right up. Lights on, mics hot. Where outlaws talk loud and kings don't whisper. Welcome to Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Boots on the floor. Yo, we're kicking it live. Crown in the room, you can feel that vibe. From the panels to the pixels, every story gets told. If it's hot in the culture, then we breaking the mold. From the cinema to the comic books, we put the games on blast. The beats will get wild, yeah, they never go past. We call it how it is, no in between. Turn it up, let the speakers swing. Got the crew pulling up, let them all step in. Every guest got a voice, the comments in chat will fly. Step up and be a king. When the mics go live, hear the Cowboys sing. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes it with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear as we break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show, Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, King style, clean with the sharp cut look. The feline of finesse, the Jaguar dripping luxury, bow tie tight like a best-selling book. Calm in the storm, buddy, bring that fire. Every word hits clean. You know we gonna take it higher, gather y'all to the King's court, yeah, with stories untold. Grab your armor, grip your sword, represent the kingdom with pride. Cowboy Dan got that outlaw tone, rough edge truth and a voice well known. He's a head trapped in the jar, jokes and memes will set you free. Bruh, that perspective hit differently. The saloon serves them hard, the door swings wide. Outlaw scream, a six-gun dreamer. Saddle up, let's ride. Laughs get loud and the takes get bold. Hard truths get dropped, some myths get sold. Spin that topic, let opinions clash. Some burn slow, some strike like a match. No script needed when the sparks ignite. Just real talk living in the spotlight. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear. We break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show, Cowboys and Kings. Lights get low, but the combo stays bright. Every fandom got a reason to fight. Heroes, villains, lines get thin. Sometimes the truth is where the gray walks in. Yeah, panel to panel, yeah, we flip that page. From retro classics to the modern age. Reboots, remakes, who got...
All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages. We're here for the special 10th episode of Cowboys and Kings. Now, introducing first, from the mean streets of New Jersey, now hailing from Yokohama, Japan, he is the king of the internet infantry, Dave Coco of Coco Sports.
What's going on, gentlemen? That was a pretty cool intro. So thank you for having me on today. What's going on, gentlemen?
Good.
Today we're talking about fun cartoons, movies, and wrestlers, and it's right up your alley from what I've been able to see. I watched you the other night over on Twitch playing a little WWE wrestling. And
yes,
no.
And he also talked about wrestling too. Like, he talked about MMA, boxing, other sports. Matter of fact.
Yeah, and I used to be a promoter in early 2000s, from 2000 to 2006. I worked in professional wrestling and also did a TV show and a radio show with sports and wrestling. And I got to work for pretty much every major company in North America and Japan at one time. So, yeah. But appreciate you having me on, my friends. Thank you very much.
We appreciate you joining us.
Now,
No problem.
introducing the ninja duo themselves, the shogun of sensational anime, Mr. Vagabond.
Hey, good. I'm the Runaway Vagabond, host of I Swear It's Not Hentai, and co-host to Ninjas at Night with my fellow there, MMA Crease. Thanks for having me on.
And his tag team partner, the major, masculine of action himself, MMA Crease Jr. of Ninjas.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Like, the main host on Ninjas at Night, co-host up there, Vagabond. We're killing it right now. I do stuff with For the Homies podcast too on the side. Also just got back with my my homie Adam Kane Wolf. He might be popping up in the crowd soon or whatever with Dynamic Duo. So I'm pretty much doing a lot of things going on right now, dude. I'm good. I'm getting crazy, getting everywhere, my man. So yeah.
Oh, you're definitely, man. You're with DA on anime nights, right?
Yeah, that too.
You're a busy guy. You know, both of you,
Yeah.
you and Vagabond. You're busy
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
We like that here.
Honored to be here, man. Honored to be here.
All right, so
We're honored
before
for you
we
to be here. All of you. We're honored.
before we get started, I'm looking at your. I've been looking at your wall earlier, and okay, so I see Full Metal Alchemist. I see Afro Samurai. Great one there. I see. Is that the Flame Alchemist as an action figure up there?
No, that is a Goku statue right there.
That's
I got in
Goku.
Mexico.
Okay, no, over on the over on the other
Oh,
side.
this one?
No,
That's
it don't.
Vegeta.
Okay, no, I thought I saw the
Vegeta.
Flame Alchemist. Okay, so we see Goku. What's that one in
We
the
got-
box on the other side, on the far end, the other direction, that way? Yeah.
Oh, that one? Oh, yeah, that's my Yusuke Urameshi figure from Yu Yu Hakusho over there that I
Alright.
got signed by Justin Cook.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
man.
KJ, I got an intro for you, dude.
Oh,
Ladies
Hey.
and gentlemen, the greatest tag team duo on Cowboys and Kings. One half, the honorable headless gunslinger himself, KJ Cowboy Dan.
hey, headless. Then I'll be missing altogether. I'm just missing the body. How you doing?
Well, I
Dude.
had to make it sound cool, dude. You know, it's kind of hard to do something with that.
Well, in that
Anyway,
case, we have our
wait,
host
wait,
of
I
the
got
night.
I got to introduce one more person.
Oh.
This man needs no introduction, but he said so anyways. He is from many castles and many mansions around the world. He is styling, profiling in style. King Style himself. What's up, everybody? I needed to do that,
I love
Mr.
it.
Kennedy style.
I love it.
I'm here.
I love it. Hey, you got to promote yourself. You got to give your own
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm pulling a heel right now.
While you guys are hearing the shill out and promotion of Mr. King Style, make sure you go to YouTube by scanning this QR code, and you too can follow King because we need to get him to 50 followers so that way he can stream on his own shows. Imagine the show in style with King Style. It's going to be the show that's all the style. Give him a follow.
Yeah, give me a follow, guys. I demand it and I want it. So there you go.
I hope you guys are ready for a little bit of a conversation about a lot of conversation. I don't know. We're going to talk about some of our favorite wrestlers, our sports action heroes. This is part 2 of our series. We're probably going to see multiple episodes of this,
Yeah.
but I was kind of like wanting to talk about more last week when we covered it, but we didn't have time. And we started to talk about our man, the one and only Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
This
the
guy right here.
R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, and you show the greatness of him is a
Say your
baby.
prayers, eat your vitamins, people.
What you gonna do, brother?
What you gonna do? First of all, this is last week we started talking about Hulk Hogan. We were talking about Rocky 3 and
how he got fired from it, actually, like because of Vince Sr.
right.
Because he didn't want the business to be exposed. Meanwhile, his son, many years later, would expose the business, so he didn't have to pay taxes for boxing/wrestling commissions.
Yeah. Now this is an image from Mr. Nanny. probably one of my favorite Hulk Hogan movies. Now, if this image does not like spoil you for life, or at least ruin you for life,
I would say put bleach on my eyes, but that's another story.
now, have you ever seen this movie? Any of you guys?
I've
I
seen it.
haven't seen
I
it.
watched it in passing. However, you know how it's Saturday a Saturday day, and it's just like you just have random movies that come on cable every once in a while. I think I've seen this in passing a long time ago.
Oh man, this was classic. 1990s were an interesting time for sports action heroes. I mean, he wasn't Arnold in the last action hero. He wasn't anything else. And movies like this gave us the opportunity to see The Rock as Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
If not
not his best moment, but
Yeah.
But I was thinking back and about some of the stuff from when I was a kid, and I remembered that we had something a little bit better. We had when the World Wrestling Federation had a series called Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, hosted by Hulk Hogan and the boys. And a couple of the girls as well. But you had regular appearances by the one and only Mean Gene.
Yeah, one of the greatest backstage interviewers ever. This is Mean Gene Okerlund here. Put that cigarette out.
So you guys ever watch this? It was cheeseball, but you had talents like Captain Lou. You had
the Junkyard Dog,
Dog,
the Iron Sheik.
Yeah, I think see at the time, I seen clips of this. I just haven't like fully. I haven't fully watched it back in the day.
I didn't watch this one, but like I remember, like I don't know if you guys remember the TV show cartoon like that was on Kids WB called Mucha Lucha. That's what I used to watch.
Oh yeah, Mucha Lucha. It was an interesting show.
Yeah.
Well, I think around this time, if I remember right, this probably ended around like 91, 92.
Yeah, I was young.
Yeah.
So I think it ended in the 80s. I don't think it ended in the 90s.
Oh, then I didn't exist.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
So it went from 1985 to 1986, just one season in traditional television, and you had Hulk Hogan, you had Andre the Giant, Lou Albano.
Yeah, Iron Sheik, Junkyard Dog. You had Mr.
Yeah,
Fuji.
you had them all, but they would only
Hot Rod, Roddy Piper himself.
Yeah, they only came on in between episodes, and they would typically like shoot the sequences between whatever they were doing at like a practice event over when they in New Jersey,
they just
or
cut promos and with B-roll footage. That's
and B-roll footage from wrestling events.
Yeah,
but they would cut the promos there, and the voices of like Hulk Hogan and everybody were not supplied by the wrestlers themselves, not in this case scenario.
Hulk Hogan was voiced by Raymond's brother. Do you know that? And Everybody Loves Raymond.
Brad Garrett.
Yeah, Brad Garrett. Hulk Hogan. He voiced him. And then the Junkyard Dog was voiced by Shredder himself.
James Avery.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Yeah.
Yes. I'm old enough to be able to was there to watch it. I remember we watched Saturday morning. And, when you're a little kid, you're like, this is the coolest thing in the world. And then it was like on the WWE network, and it was on like YouTube. And, like when you have your own kids, you're like, oh, let's watch something that I watched. Dude, we were really dumb as kids because like I rewatched this with my kids. None of it made sense. Like, I think my kids gave up on it because like there was an episode where like the bad guys have them cornered. And they're on a train, and they're like in the cartoon universe, they're totally screwed. And out of nowhere, Jimmy Snuka shows up to save the day, but like he was never in the episode. He's never like anywhere. So yeah, I have.
I
It's
think
one of those things as a
well,
kid. Okay,
yeah. Oh, my bad. I was saying, I think shows like that, once it started hitting the 90s,
Yeah.
I think after Ninja Turtles, because I think that kind of happened to me for Street Sharks. I wouldn't say for the storyline itself, it was more of the voice acting. I was like,
yeah.
okay, the voice acting wasn't as good as I remember. Well, I used to collect all the toys.
Yeah, I
So,
had the hand puppets.
yeah, but I think I could
Okay.
I could watch it. It's just I think after the 80s and like early 90s, then they're like, okay, once Batman the animated series came out,
Yeah, I was going to say it. Yeah,
there was like, okay, we can give
Well,
kids full on
Not only Batman, but the X-Men series and
Yeah.
the Spider-Man cartoon. All three of those were more young adult oriented.
yeah.
yeah.
No, because
Well,
I was
and
gonna
also
say, like, no, get nothing against the '80s kids. Like I always tell people, nothing against the '80s kids, but like when it came to '90s cartoon television, like it was safe to say that we had the better cartoons, and it wasn't even close. However, like just
Is that a
storytelling wise,
Is that a red
Yep.
ribbon army hat?
yes, it is.
Nice. Nice.
Yep. So
Well,
Maybe I should put on
By
my
the way,
scouter.
Coco, you were gonna say something, Dave? Go for it, man.
Yeah,
Put on my scouter here.
I feel like in the 70s, 80s, and below, as a writer, it was kind of an insult to write a kid's cartoons. But about
Yeah.
the 90s, that's when the writers actually
Mhm.
grew up on cartoons. So
Yeah.
I feel like, even the great Stan Lee and others, they were embarrassed by what they did. Like
Yeah.
Stan Lee in many interviews were like, "Oh, it was embarrassing that I wrote Spider-Man. It was embarrassing," And then like when the 90s came along, that was the people that grew up watching Spider-Man, watching that, and they're like, "Well, why can't this just make sense? Why can't this just be good?" And some of the better animated shows were people that grew up on those cartoons that made no sense at all, going, "Well, why can't it be good?" And now,
Yeah.
it's not an
Uh,
insult to work for Pixar. It's definitely not an insult to work for Marvel.
Unfit.
Even I know we have some anime people in the chat. I've worked in anime and manga, and
Mhm.
it's weird because you'll go see legends of anime and manga, and they're kind of embarrassed by what they do. And then the younger generation isn't. Like the younger generation's like, no, I made Dan to Dan, I made Chainsaw Man. But then you have
Yeah.
like the older generation, like, yeah,
Well,
I made that.
It was a
worldwide
paycheck,
famous-
man. I need to
An
get
interesting.
something.
Well,
to eat.
here's the thing. Kishimoto, the guy who did Naruto, right? Asashi Kishimoto. He was gonna grow out of being a mangaka, but he saw the poster of Akira with, with the bike slide with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Kaneda wearing the red leather pill jacket,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Screw that! I'm not gonna be a baseball player. I'm gonna be a mangaka again. I'm gonna go for it."
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Akira, we would not have Naruto. So
Yeah.
Real quick,
thank
I
you, Akira.
I
ahead.
want to say hello to Theta, who popped in while we were didn't get a chance to say hello to you. And
Just
And,
got home
and I'm
from
going to
work.
give you an introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, the man from the mysterious grid, the Ranger grid himself. He is shining green, the great green of this universe. And he knows it. He shines it with his armor. He is the Theta Ranger himself.
That's right.
Theta of Nerd Archaeology. Welcome.
Thank you for that amazing introduction. Let me see if that's my character right there.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, cool.
rock out
Love
with
it.
your Theta Zord out.
I was gonna say, like, onto your point, about like they were embarrassed of themselves. Like there was plenty of times where Bruce Timm and like Andrea Romano used to like make fun of Super Friends all the time. Like when they were trying to make Batman the animated series or whatever, they said that, yeah, like we just did not want it to be Super Friends. We need to make this like serious.
Well,
cartoon.
Super Friends was kind of like Transformers, where it was like built as a toy line first.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they had their individual
And you also
comic books, but when they grouped them all up as the Super Friends, it was because they wanted to
Still
make a
toys.
deal.
you
for
also have to
toys.
remember back then, violence with superhero characters was very controversial.
Very
like,
limited.
very limited. They couldn't punch each other or kick each other. They had to come up with ways
Well,
to combat the
fact about-
violence.
It's the
Fun-
same reason why back in the Ninja Turtles days, when they brought the Ninja Turtles to Europe, the UK, they had them change the name of the Ninja Turtles franchise. We lost the nunchucks from
They were
Michelangelo.
they were teenage
We
superheroes.
ended up getting
They're
a
human.
yo-yo
Even the
thingy.
nunchucks are the least lethal weapon on that the turtles use.
They're still illegal in California.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they're the least lethal. It's been tested by Mythbusters. You get a lot more momentum with a bow staff than you do with the nunchuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only
More
way that
so
you can,
that
the only way you
people who
can take
can't do it
somebody
hit
out is
themselves in
through
the
the
head.
throat. You know, the throat or the eye. Like, that's hypothetically speaking. If you're going to use
Spider-Man-
nunchucks.
Well, yeah, but you can do that with a pin. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
I do want to defend these old cartoons for a little bit too. So I would say, besides the censorship laws that like a lot of countries and stuff had,
Yeah.
so in the shows themselves, it's only until the mid 2000s where now cartoons in general is seen as not just for kids. And I mean, there were adult cartoons and stuff, but
Yeah.
even when it comes to video games, it's I think for me, I think the transition happened when there was a news article about a kid won like a something million something dollars of playing Fortnite, right, in the mid 2000s. Then all of a sudden, that's when you see your big rise of like everyone wants to be a YouTube streamer on Twitch or whatever, early Twitch where you didn't have the hot tub streams or whatever. Then you had everyone, okay, then it transitioned to everyone's an anime fan now.
Yeah.
Everyone likes cartoons.
Yeah,
And-
the VTuber boom on Twitch.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
well, I
anime
think
is
it
weird.
started with Fortnite. Personally, I think it started with Fortnite because even in the early 2000s, you can go to a comic book convention and be like, "Can I get a ticket for today at San Diego Comic Con and on Saturday with no lines?" Still, right? So, but yeah, so basically, once that happened, and then people were like, "Oh, well, I can make money off of being a nerd or whatever," or so then you got. I wouldn't say they're LARPers because now you got the LARPer community said don't call them LARPers, but you got this influx of tourists coming in and saying like, "Oh, I like this, I like that." We've seen female because you know how hard it used to be to find a female to play a video game with you. Now all of a sudden you got these female gamers, and then you see some of them are like they're not even pressing the controller; it's their boyfriend in the other room.
They got the boyfriend playing in the background.
Yeah, I've seen that. What was that one?
Amaranth, I think, or Sniper Wolf.
Amaranth, yeah, and Sniper Wolf, yeah, she got
Sniper
herself
Wolf,
in some,
Sniper Wolf is the one.
She got herself into some issues for.
She was the one that was caught doing that. She had her boyfriend playing.
Her husband was playing the games for her while she was faking the reactions of her play.
Yeah.
And then from there, she ended up having this side thing, but she ended up causing some drama with
and
Jack
she even
Stone.
had a camera recording her controller.
Yeah.
And it just didn't match up with what was going on screen.
Yeah.
Well, that's how she got caught.
Yeah, everybody was like, there's always going to be that one person that like just looks at every detail. Whoop! Hey, she ain't playing it correctly. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, real quick, she was a big issue, and the whole Twitch thing, like it's back and forth. I mean, like right now, I think like I don't know how it's doing. I haven't been there in a minute, other than to watch our boy down here, Coco Sports. Watched him play some WWE wrestling last 2 nights ago.
Nice.
Yeah. So I haven't really been back to Twitch in a while. But regarding the cartoons we were talking about, yeah. So, like, there was a lot of good there and a lot of poor things. But I mean, with the 1970s cartoons, and you didn't really see much out of the 80s. When you did, it was pretty much rehash of what they had in the 1970s. When we were talking about the Spider-Man and whatnot, or the Super Friends, and those were kind of cheeseball, really. But
I actually got the Super Friends Blu-ray like set. Like I collect a lot of physical media. Like I got Batman the animated series. I even got
like
the Super
that here.
Friends. Yeah, like
That's
you know.
good because
What
we
was
can't
funny
trust the
about-
streaming services. We can't trust.
What was funny about the Super Friends toy line though is that they mixed in like DC and Marvel characters. So like they would have like Magneto and they'd have like Superman. Like they just mixed them all in together. It was really
You
weird.
know,
how
Marvel
they-
and DC were probably saying like, we're probably gonna need this. Probably is gonna be problematic. Like when we get bigger, so we probably need to go ahead and start like sending each other apart. Like
do our own stuff. Yeah.
Because here's the other funny thing: because cartoons originally were for adults, right? So, that's why we have the wartime cartoons, like
Yeah.
the Looney Tunes era.
so funny, man.
Yeah, and so after like World War One and World War Two, and then there was like this whole shift to like, okay, hey, maybe we can make toys for you, because now you don't have the wartime effort going on.
Well, yeah, that's when GI Joe got real big,
which is a great segue,
yeah.
by the way. Thank you guys, real quick.
There you go.
Continue. Keep talking. Great segue into the next topic.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of GI Joe, so then like,
G.I.
Marvel,
Joe,
what was it?
American
Marvel.
Hero. Sorry, GI
no
Joe
worries.
is there.
But that's when Stan Lee goes against Congress, right? And they're like, okay, hey, you can't just sell toys to kids or whatever, right? With the show, so then we got to do something in there. That's when we get the at the end of every show, what was it?
The
PCA.
PCA. Don't do drugs, kids. Which
Yeah.
I always have to
now
say.
that we got
I'll have to say that.
GI Joe, I got to switch my my eye gear
So,
from Dragon Ball Z to Snake Eyes.
Dave of Coco Sports just he kind of is in and out. I don't know if it's the internet or whatever, but hey, Dave, you all right? You vanished for a minute.
Yeah, sorry about that. For some reason, the internet had a hiccup here.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. I had a problem earlier. It's not a big deal.
I
just
thought it
wanted to
might have
add-
been like a time change or something, like considering what you're in the future from us. Or
To quote Hulk Hogan, it's 420 days, brother, from here to America to Japan, brother.
I'm just gonna say right now, the best PCAs was like the Captain Planet ones, in my opinion. Like when they're just talking about how to clean the earth. Like, I thought
Oh
those were
yeah,
hilarious.
the public service announcements. Oh man, I loved their little.
Go Planet.
Yeah.
We were talking about the public service announcements last night on another show for He-Man that I was on. I was on the Magic the Gathering thing, and we were talking about how they're doing a secret layer launch for Masters of the Universe, and we were talking about Prince Adam. And now remember, kids, when you have a pet named Cringer, don't make him turn into a battle cat. He might not like it.
Did they really do something like that?
No, but they did
Oh,
cheesy
okay.
little PSAs, and they always told you not to
Yeah.
do drugs or something, or don't
Oh,
pull on
yeah,
your
yeah.
cat's tail.
Yeah,
Well,
especially
they
when
did it
when
in
Dare
Sonic.
was really
They
big.
did it in the Sonic cartoon. Don't let nobody touch you in your no-no plate, because that's no good.
I was gonna say, like on the He-Man stuff, we got a guy, one of my co-hosts, Phantom X. Like, if you guys ever want to talk about He-Man, you just go hit him up or whatever. Like, invite him on the show on that one because he can talk about He-Man for days and GI Joe for days. Like, he's a perfect
That's right.
fit. He's a perfect fit for this show right there. So
It's the
We
same-
might do something
well,
like that
like
in the
with-
future. We
With
might do that.
Transformers, it's the same with me. Transformers, Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, all sorts
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
I can talk about Power Rangers, X-Men, Batman.
Yeah, X-Men,
Well,
yeah.
we could talk about Jason David Frank, who was a legit MMA fighter / martial artist. because
Yeah,
he
I saw his
He
first
actually
pro
was.
MMA fight in Houston.
I'm gonna say one thing, dude. Like when it comes to JDF, man, it's hard for me because I met him twice before he passed away. Like that
I
year.
did too.
met him.
I met him twice too. I met him at the first pro MMA fight that he did in Houston, where he made the guy tap out in 43 seconds, and then I met him at the Alamo City Comic Con.
That's better than CM Punk,
2012.
right?
Yeah,
CM Punk got knocked out twice.
What do you think about
He was my hero. I literally have like a Jason David Frank, like it's like an aquarium type thing, but it has the green and white Ranger helmet. It has those words. It has their morphers, their communicators.
Yeah. So I got the mural where like the evil Green Ranger has all the Power Rangers on the floor. It's like right up here or whatever, and he's giving the Red Ranger the sword to Rita or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I got another one.
Sword of Darkness.
Yeah, no, like it's like the Red Ranger's sword.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Got it.
like it's a mural like that. I would take it down, but like that's too much work. However,
no worries, man. Like if I wasn't so tired, I'd bring out my proton pack from that I made for Ghostbusters.
I got like 2 pictures of the Green Ranger, like with Jason David Frank right there over there, and then I also got to meet the original Super Sentai from Zoo Ranger, Green Ranger, like in Houston or wherever, like when he was at NostalgiaCon or wherever. I met him, and then like I pretty much I met like Amy Jo Johnson like about 2 weeks ago. And that was my final.
Did you really?
That was my final signature for all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Like, I remember I backed one of her movies, and she sent me a video message thanking me for backing her first movie that she directed.
She's a sweet person,
but I've never met her in person.
Dude,
she was one of my first crushes.
She's a sweet person, man. Like, dude, like I got like the DVD covers of like the first season and the third season, like of all the Rangers. So like, I got the original 6. Well, except for the Yellow Ranger because she passed away or whatever.
Well, yeah.
And then like, then I got like the next couple, like, Johnny Yon Bosch, Karen Ashley, and all.
My cousin actually went to college with Johnny Young Bosch.
Oh yeah, dude, Johnny Yon Bosch is awesome, man. Like
he is. Like, I've never heard anybody say.
Johnny Yon Bosch is also a English dub anime voice actor.
Yeah,
my boy Ichigo, aka Mr.
He was
Strawberries.
Ichigo in Bleach, and
Strawberries.
He also plays Brawly now, which it's BS that Vic Mignogna got ceremoniously fired because of politicking. But that's in any business, in entertainment.
Vic Mignogna is a big topic on our channel, so you'll if you've ever watched.
I got pictures with him.
He's Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Brawly, the original Brawly in English dub.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, that's my homie right there, Vic Mignogna. Like I actually got to hang out with him like after hours, like after the conventions. Like I won't tell you what we were talked about or whatever, but
it's fine.
Like, just to keep it personal and private.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm gonna give Vic an honorary mention right now because he was a law enforcement member. Like Dave served in the Marines. So thank you for your service, Dave.
Yeah, he came to if you ever go to the meetups with like Geeks and Gamers or Friday Night Tights, he came to the 2022 meetup there as well. And hung out with everyone.
Vic Mignogna comes to Houston every single year at Anime Matsuri. So like I met Vic so many times. So they're like,
are you in Houston?
Yeah, I live in Houston.
Oh, I'm in San Antonio.
Okay. Oh man, I love San Antonio. That's the
dude. We got to meet up sometime. Hang out.
Oh yeah, like I'm planning on trying to go to Big Texas Con. I'm trying to go to Big Texas Con this in like next month because I want to meet Michael J. White out there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, we can mention Michael J. White right now since you mentioned him. He is a martial artist and he did a lot of movies. One of them is the famous Dark Knight scene where you want to know how I got these scars.
That one.
Why so serious?
Also, you gotta love Blood and Bone. Blood and Bone.
He was also Spawn. He was Spawn.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I think going back to a topic that we did a couple nights ago, I think Spawn is underrated. I think that movie was really, for what it was,
I like the Spawn movie. I don't care what
liked
everyone
it.
says. I even
Yeah.
cared. I even like the game a little bit too. So.
I like the Spawn movie, but like Michael J. White says he doesn't like it. He said,
Well,
Well,
yeah.
you know why though? Because they trimmed it down. It was supposed to be an R-rated movie. They made it PG-13 to make more money. That's why.
John Leguizamo as the clown.
that was perfectly good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect
so
cast.
regarding Spawn, if you guys kept up with the Comic-Con news, and a panel, he was asked. Yeah, Todd McFarlane was asked about potential sequels or potential chance of a reboot or whatever. Todd McFarlane said that he has a finished animation, a full-length animated movie that's based off, that has the same style animation as what they had in the old TV series from the 90s.
HBO series.
And he said that it's been finished and vaulted. Now, why would you say that you have something that's been finished and vaulted? And he said that Mark Hamill is playing Twitch. Had played Twitch. It's finished. It's vaulted. It's edited completely. They just never released it. Now, what I want to know is did he say that just because somebody just brought it up, or was he planning on releasing that information at Comic-Con because he might
I think
drop it?
Get the hype up because I mean, from what I've heard, that script has been finished for over a decade.
Oh, this movie is completely filmed. They filmed it. It's filmed.
It's
animated. They filmed it. They animated it, and they canned it. Like right afterwards.
You know what? It's probably legal reasons.
because of
He's just generating buzz.
Yeah.
Basically, like what's his name? The guy Ryan Reynolds when he leaked the test footage of the Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he wants to generate buzz so the fans will. We want this. Now,
he said it's been in storage for a long time, and they didn't release it for some reason. I'm hoping that maybe he's going through the stuff because he's got his toy company, he's got a few other things that he's doing, and he's making some money now, and it's his own product. He still owns the rights to Spawn.
My theory is like because Spawn the animated series was on HBO.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
So maybe
back in the day when you were
owns-
not supposed to be watching HBO. But I'm just saying,
like
exactly.
a lot of stuff, a lot of things that we weren't supposed to
but-
watch back then, and they weren't regular movies. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably cost HBO a lot of money just to do what they would probably said this is a cartoon type of thing because they couldn't put it on like regular television. That's why they didn't want to go forth and do the animated movie. That's just my suggestion.
Well, I mean, I do have like I don't know about Spawn, but like there are projects that like have there and that a lot of us don't hear about that have been worked on, and some of them probably even done. They just don't get released. Like I used to work for a video game company, and we made 2 mobile games and they were pretty much ready to play and everything. Never see the light of day. I know when I was at the Art Institute, they were recruiting people to make to work on animated like a virtual reality movie for Batman Beyond with Vaughn Benjamin. And I got to meet and shake hands with Vaughn Benjamin, and I gave him a children's book I created.
Wow, that's sweet, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the way this Batman Beyond movie would have worked was, and this is back
like Into the Spider-Verse, right? Like,
no. So it's imagine a movie in VR that you would watch the movie in VR, but like wherever your head is. So since you're in a 3-dimensional space.
Oh, cool! So you can check out different details depending on where you're looking.
Okay.
Yeah. So
continue, Vagabond. Go for it, man.
Oh no worries. But say one scene you have Joker and stuff doing stuff in front of you, and then you rewatch the movie, but in that same part you turn around, you can see like Batman behind you saving people or whatever.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Right. That's one of those. I think that was they were trying to do a lot of that back in the right before the pandemic. You were seeing like these open world VR movies where they were trying to get out there. So much, in fact, that you were able to, they were trying to sell these like 3D cameras that would have a little ball on it that would take pictures from like kind of like a every
Yeah.
direction.
They had one of the Batman
Yeah.
Arkham games on the VR.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. I actually have that Arkham game. I played it, and I actually like it scared the shit out of me, man. Like when Killer Croc jumped, out of the sewer and like attacked me in the cage. It freaked me out. Like it was really well done. If you haven't checked it out, and the
I don't
other
know if I
shows,
would do that. I'm not into the whole
It
jump
it, re-
scares.
it was
I-
really good.
I don't want to
Really
accidentally
well done.
fall down a flight of stairs because oh my god, Killer Croc! Oh god!
Yeah,
Just to go back on like the putting stuff back in Volt, back in the Vault or whatever. Also like the people that did Spider-Man the animated series even said that
Mhm.
they already had like the final like couple of episodes left of the final season of Spider-Man the animated series. Like the script
Yeah.
is already done. All it just has to do is be animated. That's all it needs to do. Because you remember in the last part where he like when he jumps at the portal with Madam Web or whatever,
exactly.
they said that they got the whole entire thing done. Like it's like
That was the same series that they recast the original voice actor halfway through with Drake, wasn't it?
No, different
No,
series.
No,
Called
no, this was
Avenger.
I'm
this
talking
was
about
this was the
1994.
90s.
He's on the 90s.
90s.
And
Oh, right,
originally that was the sequel to it was gonna be a continuation to Spider-Man the Animated Series. That unproduced script that you're talking about, Chris?
yeah, it was supposed to.
But it
yeah,
became 2099. It became Spider-Man 2099. They reshuffled everything
it was
and
stupid.
it became that instead.
It should have
Unfortunately.
been like the
So
like
we left
if
on a
you looked at the
cliffhanger
script.
because of that.
Yeah, if you looked at that script and everything, I would have just want to give me the rest of that and everything because like that, like Batman the animated series, X-Men animated series, and Spider-Man the animated series. That was like, and my Morphin Power Rangers were the kings of Fox Kids.
You're speaking my language, man.
X-Men Evolution. I like the guy who played Wolverine because he played
yeah,
Piccolo and they.
I love X-Men
Is
Evolution.
that right?
Yeah, X-Men Evolution was pretty good. I still think that the 90s stuck closer to the comic book, and I enjoyed it more. But
So-
yeah,
I love
Dave, what's your
X-Men
thoughts on
Evolution
X-Men?
I like X-Men Evolution just a little bit more from the 90s series, and I'll just tell you why. It's because it was like you had it reminded me like Teen Titans a little bit. Like you have like Teen Titans meets X-Men type of thing or whatever.
that makes sense.
And you had Wolverine, Professor X, Storm, and Beast like being the mentors to the X-Men or whatever. And I thought that was like really cool, like growing up or whatever.
Yeah,
I liked Evolution. It had a different feel than the X-Men cartoon that we grew up with in the 90s. It kind of had like a darker feel to a certain degree, but didn't go dark like the way
It
that
was
DC
borderline
was.
dark. Is
Yeah.
basically what you're
yeah.
saying.
Anyway,
I'll tell you my favorite episode out of that whole entire series, where Magneto basically just said, like, "Okay, I'm gonna reveal to the world what mutants are." Like that. I think it was like the end of season 2 or 3 or whatever, where he just like starts to lift up the Sentinels. And like, and then the cameras are everywhere, and like he exposes all the X-Men and the Brotherhood or whatever. I thought that was like so cool.
Yeah.
I was like,
One of
dang.
my favorite episodes in the 90s was the Nightcrawler episode where Wolverine goes and sniffs
Oh,
him out.
yeah.
He's in
I love that
'cause
one.
He's in that church.
Yeah.
And he kind of gives Wolverine like a sense of like spirituality.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Dave, what's your thoughts on X-Men in general? If you have any?
I grew up with the original X-Men, and I'm glad they made this sequels on Disney
Oh
Plus.
yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
music, the
97.
theme song too.
Oh,
Yeah, X-Men
Oh, man.
97.
Do you
That's
remember?
That's good.
Do you remember the original Pride of the X-Men that they made the arcade beat 'em up game
Oh
for?
yeah.
Dude,
That
they
was-
make so many
Wolverine.
homages for that from that game, like into
I
the
love
series.
that.
I
love
have
that.
to shout out to Bo DeMayo on that one. Like, if you're a fan of those games, you love X-Men
And Larry-
97.
And,
Like-
and Larry Houston
Yeah.
also. He if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten the 90s cartoon. He was the one that was headlining the Pride of the X-Men, even though it didn't succeed, he went on and he made sure to keep going,
Yeah.
and we got the '90s cartoon from.
Yeah,
Larry
Larry
Houston.
Houston, he's worked in a lot. I got to meet him a couple times as well.
Oh, dude, that's cool. He's
Larry
awesome.
Houston
So,
just be walking
Dan-
around conventions like
Well, he was at
He'd be like
MegaCon 2 years
waving
ago
to
too.
That's cool. He's cool.
MegaCon in Florida, right?
So
yeah.
Dan, who was the wrestler? I forgot his name. He worked in the Herb Abrams UWF. Who was he was Sabretooth, right? I don't know
Tyler
his
Maine.
name.
Tyler Maine.
Tyler Maine.
Tyler
yeah.
Maine. Yeah, like they recasted him in
Yeah,
Origins
Liev
Wolverine.
Schreiber. They
Yeah,
wanted
that's-
a bigger actor.
Yeah.
I get it, to make him look taller than
No.
Jack.
I mean like a bigger name. Like
yeah,
okay.
a bigger name. Like they wanted, because at that point in time, we just got another Scream movie that came out.
Like we had Will.
And he
was
was-
that the one with Will I Am and
Yeah, I
X-Men
remember that.
Origins,
Yeah,
I choose to forget it. Whoever, like,
Yeah,
I like this.
I
did not
hear
like
ya.
this
yeah,
storyline.
but it's a part of the Wolverine trilogy or quadrilogy if you count Deadpool.
It's
Wolverine
an
as the
alternate
fourth
universe.
film.
It's an alternate universe. Yeah.
I have the ultimate. If see, I've taken every single X-Men movie, and I've taken timestamps and said, okay, if you watch all the movies and cut out these scenes,
Yeah.
and it's like then you have the appropriate timeline, but you're missing issues from the comics.
This is
That's
how
all you're
I
doing.
this is how I feel with it. This is just my opinion. I think anything that even though Bryan Singer is a little bit of a weirdo, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's an understatement, dude.
I'm not
That's an
gonna say
understatement.
anything like
Yeah.
you guys do your own research, but when
Yeah,
it
No,
came to
no.
this-
We
know.
get it. Yeah. Of course.
but when it came to his X-Men movies, even though it wasn't comic accurate, it's still watchable. Like
Oh,
3 out of his
yeah.
4 movies.
Oh,
3
yeah,
out of his 4
absolutely.
movies are watchable because I don't
Absolutely.
like apocalypse. But
For
like
sure.
the first X-Men did good.
Well,
X-Men number 2
Future
is like
Past was my favorite.
well, fun fact: when they shot the first X-Men movie, right? It was like in development hell and all that.
yeah.
The first scripts were garbage. They were terrible. They were so bad
Yeah.
that Bryan Singer told David Hayter, the guy who played Solid Snake,
Yeah.
he told him straight. And also, he was Guyver
Yeah,
in
he
the
was also
sequel-
the Guyver in
in the
Guyver,
second
yeah.
Guyver
Dark
movie.
Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, which those are good movies, by the way. But anyway, it was so bad that David Hayter had to go to a comic shop, buy a bunch of the greatest hits of the X-Men stories, rip them out of the pages, and rewrite the script. Right then
Hey,
and
it
there.
worked.
Yeah,
I
he
believe
did. He
it.
did that. He literally said that.
It
in interview.
worked.
I had to grab the comics, write a script there in front of Bryan Singer, and give it to him. And we shot
At
the
the same
movie. And it
time,
was awesome.
at the same time, they were telling the actors not to read the comic books.
No, back then I think they actually.
The
actually,
Russo brothers. The Russo brothers were
that's the
telling
Russo
the entire-
brothers,
Yeah,
like-
the
Yeah,
entire
back in
time.
the-
Yeah, but
Back
Russo
in the day,
brothers.
they wanted them. They encouraged
Yeah.
them to like do some research. Like
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Up
Yeah.
until like the past decade, they
Yeah.
started telling the actors not to research their characters.
Real
So,
quick,
Dave,
I-
what
real
are
quick-
your thoughts on comic accurate characters, Dave? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I work in anime. I work in manga. I work in pro wrestling. I've created my own IPs. I've worked for other IPs, and I have a phrase of an IP jacker. And I absolutely despise people that work in a business that don't know what their IP is that they're working on, and I don't like the fact that like they'll make a character that's not theirs what they want.
Oh yeah.
In anime and manga, it is insanely strict. And like to get a job interview, because I'm a story structure. So to get a story structure basically means this is going to be, I don't know if it's controversial, but basically
No, say it, man.
They hire
say what you
they
gotta
hire
say, man.
They hire foreign writers, but they can't say that they're foreign writers. They have to say that they're story structure so that they pay you extra and don't give you credit, so that when they ship it overseas, you think your favorite anime and manga is written by Japanese. And it's not the Japanese
Wow.
people that are that way.
Well,
It's
I
the
never
people.
knew
But if
that.
you get in,
Well, I
if
have
you
a
get
buddy. I have a buddy that's Italian. He speaks good English because his mom grew up in the States, like Puerto Rico and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
He was he's an artist, and he worked in Japan, like but he worked in Italy, right, as helping out to do the cleanup work for animation for anime, and he has a Japanese name and everything. Like he can't
you have
use,
to.
he can't
Can
use
I-
Christian or Amadeus, I call him, but like he can't use his real name. He has to use a Japanese name because how it is over there, obviously.
Does he ever rock you, King?
Oh no, he does not rock me. I give him a suplex. With
Rock
a
me,
brain
Amadeus.
Oh,
I guess
So
that's-
real quick. Oh, sorry. Real quick, I just want to acknowledge chat real quick. I just realized we didn't acknowledge chat yet during.
Hey, what's up,
'cause
chat?
We were just
Yeah.
excited
sorry,
today.
chat.
Yeah, it's good to see FKHC 2005, Tim the Enchanter, Jamie Lynn.
Jamie Lynn is our queen. Just she popped in. She was first in there. She says, "I'm the queen." Absolutely, she is absolutely our queen. And FK.
FKHC 2005, Tim the
2005.
Enchanter.
Yeah. And also running double duty, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to thank Vagabond for showing up here and everybody else as well.
It's nice to see like a bunch of fresh faces, man. Like I've never met any of y'all, but it's nice to meet y'all.
I don't want anybody to think that we were ignoring chat tonight. I know.
No, we were just having a good discussion.
Well, howdy, Miss Sparkles.
And Miss Sparkles dropping in with a howdy.
Yeah, that's
howdy ho.
Howdy.
Oh yeah. Speaking
My big
of
body
which,
feelings of you guys too. So-
I'm gonna forget this right now. But remember in the Ninja Turtles, was it the second movie where with Super Shredder? That was Kevin Nash,
Yeah.
the wrestler.
Yep.
Big Sexy, as he used to be
Yeah.
called. He's not
Yeah,
that
big.
anymore.
He also makes an appearance in
Diesel,
Punisher.
Big Sexy.
Yeah, he was the Russian. He was the Russian in the first
Yep.
the second Punisher attempt movie in 2004
He was
or
also
5.
he was also in I think he was also in The Longest Yard too. Like
Yes, he was with the other
Yeah.
wrestlers. Great Khali was in there.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve
That's,
Austin.
that's right. He was all
Goldberg.
He took them hormone pills or whatever. He's like, "What is wrong with you, man?" Like,
Kevin Nash has actually done a lot of acting work.
He was in
you know,
Grandma's Boys too, which was hilarious.
Yeah,
He was in that movie.
that's right. That's
He
where
was
I'm
one of the
thinking
movers. He was one of the movers.
He says, "I just want to cry. I just want to cry, and I don't know why I have to cry. Get a hold of yourself, man. What's wrong with you?" Like,
What do you guys thought on The
Love is
Longest
fucking-
Yard? Do you think that's a good
I
sports
love it.
movie?
I like
I
the
love it.
I love it. I
love-
like the remake with Adam Sandler. The original
I
one I
love
like
that
too with
movie.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Both have their merits on different sides of the board.
I've only
First of all,
seen the remake.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I
well-
love the remake way more than the original because, like, between Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, and like, oh my goodness, dude.
But do you guys consider
Yeah.
you guys consider the original version a semi sequel to the remake because Burt
I
Reynolds'
say so.
character is in it?
I say so.
I mean, I
Might
think
as
the
well.
name is different, but you could chop it up. Well, he's a convict. He doesn't want people to know his real name, right? After
Yeah.
I never saw
Yeah.
the original, so
I would
can't
need to
comment.
rewatch it. But
all right. So
what are your thoughts, Dave, on The Longest Yard? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I like
Or-
them both because the original was more of a, even though it was a comedy, it was more of a serious comedy, and I feel like the sequel it
So
kept its
funny.
vibe while also updating the comedy and getting a lot of things. So there's not many remakes that keep the style of the original, and it was like, you know, it was like they took pride in the movie they were remaking. They
Yeah.
just
And it was
didn't take a
awesome.
payday.
Dude, Spike Dudley was in that movie. Remember, he was one of the evil guards, and he killed
Was he
Chris Rock
really?
in that. Yes, he did. He slammed the
Oh,
cell. It was for
cool.
Adam Sandler's character. He
I
killed
mean,
Chris Rock
Rock-
in that movie.
Man,
there's
ECW,
a ton of-
ECW.
Man,
Yeah,
dude,
Bob
like,
Sapp.
I will-
There was
I will-
tons of athletes in it.
Oh yeah, Bob Sapp was in it. Yeah, dude, I love The Longest Yard. One of my favorite.
Terry Crew
movies.
as Cheeseburger Eddie, man, like is.
Oh yeah,
freaking
Terry
hilarious.
Crews. Yeah, he's athlete
Yeah.
as well. There's
Dude,
a lot
Oh,
of
that's
athletes.
right.
I knew
Yeah.
you would come back from my. I got the fries that across your eyes. I got the shakes to make you quake. I got the burgers. Man, I just got burgers. Like,
When you're here, you look after a while. Those guys over there, they'd be like Beyonce to you. Yeah.
But yeah, I
oh
also
yeah,
like
Tracy
Joey
Morgan
Diaz
was in
it,
that
too.
one too, man. Tracy
Yeah.
Morgan. There was a
So
lot of people in it.
And like I said, I like the Adam Sandler version as it's more of a comedy in a sense, where
It was still funny.
I see it as both. I see it as a comedy, sports, action prison
right,
film.
you know,
I see it as all the above. Like I could see the comedy in there, and I love it.
it had
But
the standard Adam Sandler feel to certain things that I kind of wanted with an Adam Sandler movie of that era. Like, unfortunately, you don't get again. Like I when I watched that Happy Gilmore sequel, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
it's
didn't
so
even
sad.
yeah,
realize
MJF was
Mel-
in that movie, and Becky
I
Lynch.
think what
Remember that?
explains it though is he mainly does movies now to get like vacation time for him and
Yeah.
his friends to hang out.
Yeah, that's a true
Yeah.
fact.
It's like, hey,
He's
it's
planning
all
on making
good.
Grown Ups 3. It's confirmed. He's making Grown Ups 3.
Yeah.
What is it going to be? Grown ups, grandpa, and grandma editions? Is that what's going to be? They're going to be all old as fuck.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
"Hey,
yeah, I
we're
mean,
going to
look
go
what
with the
they- I mean,
grandkids.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well look at what he looks like in Click when he was an old, an older man, and that's basically what we're gonna get for.
Miss Sparkles is giving us a hot take in
Yeah,
chat right now. She
I
says, "I don't
see.
like Adam Sandler. Never have."
Never have. Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to like
fine.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, but you did
Fine,
Click.
like somebody's
Did
not
like
doesn't
Click
have a
with,
funny bone, but that's fine. Like I'm just kidding with you. Miss
Okay, what's your
Sparkles.
thoughts on speaking of, since we're talking about Adam Sandler right now, let's talk about another sports person that was in another Adam Sandler film. Let's talk about Captain Insano himself, Big Show. Or
Big
the
Show, Giant
when
at
he
the
was
time.
in Waterboy. My
Yeah.
mama says I can't play
Mama-
football.
Mama said-
Mama said,
Mama said.
Mama said.
My mama
Yeah.
said I can't play football.
Just to go back to Longest Yard, like it was funny that Goldberg and Stone Cold Steve Austin were in the same movie. I thought that was cool too. Like
Yeah.
that was awesome. And that's
So
the
what-
bottom line.
But what is your guys' thoughts on that? Like that the fact that Adam Sandler could just bring these people together.
Well,
like that.
obviously,
It's
I mean, he
amazing.
was a
Like,
huge name. I mean, he was one of the key factors to bringing Saturday Night Live back to the forefront of
yeah.
of
After
late night comedy.
Eddie Murphy left and
Yeah.
other people
Okay,
left, like
so that whole
yeah.
class of SNL, that whole SNL class, we can because we kind of get like the different runs of the different groups of comedians. That was a great class. The entire group of them,
Yeah.
it worked out very well.
Stereotypical,
And now that entire group, whenever they
or McDonald's, I mean,
that-
Rob Schneider,
Chris Farley was awesome.
Chris Farley,
Right. So
yeah.
that group, particularly of the Adam Sandler class, they're always
Chris
in
Rock,
those
yeah.
movies that Adam Sandler did. So it's like he just like, okay, well, our class has kind of graduated from SNL. We're gonna go and start our own troupe, and that's exactly what he did. He started his own troupe, and that Happy
And
Madison.
he just has fun with it now. I
just
mean,
all the same
he
people.
doesn't need to make money anymore. He just does it for the fun of it.
But
And I
it's all the
respect
same
that.
people from that class, so it works.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
he-
about Adam Sandler is he's just a man's man. Like he just walk. They say he just be walking around Manhattan. Like
Yeah.
he just goes to random basketball courts
Yeah.
and play basketball all day. Like he like
Yeah.
he just wears
He's
like
kind of up there with Keanu Reeves, where like
Yeah.
everybody sees him as just a normal, everyday guy, just walking down the street.
even
and,
Shaquille O'Neal even said he said, oh yeah, Adam Sandler can hoop, not NBA hoop, but like he can
Yeah.
be like a European type of player or like just
Yeah.
like YMCA or whatever.
Manu Ginobili was a really good European player for the Spurs.
Yeah.
back in their dynasty.
Him and Tony Parker. Yeah.
Since we're talking about Adam
What are
Sandler could hoop, what I would do is I've always said this. Remember White Men Can't Jump, Woody Harrelson?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh.
I would cast in the remake. I know they've already done like 2 attempts at a remake on that show.
Have they
on that
really?
movie. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
a TV series and then they did a sequel, but didn't have the
Oh,
Woody
wow.
Harrelson.
They
didn't
didn't have the original cast.
But
Didn't have the money.
I would take Adam Sandler and recast Woody Harrelson's character with Adam Sandler. And,
I could see. Well, I
do a
don't know.
modern version of White Men Can't Jump with Adam Sandler
Bring-
playing the Woody Harrelson character.
And you bring back what's his name?
Who would you get? Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
You would bring back Wesley Snipes as.
They
Maybe,
got to run
you know,
one more.
maybe.
They have to run one more game. Like you just
Yeah.
bring both of them back. Just like like they
Yeah.
come out of retirement or whatever. I would love to
Or
see
if you can pay Michael Jordan to get off his ass and like not avoid a
Nah,
sequel
Michael
like
ain't
Space
coming
Jam
off that.
2.
He's what,
He
like
can finally, like, no, come on, dude. Like, we can do it.
almost in his 70s, man. Like,
And Adam Sandler is a young dude too. This is, who cares? It's a movie, right? Like, we could.
No,
make
I
this
know,
cheap,
but
you know?
I think that
Michael
he's
Jordan will
done
probably
so
want
much.
millions of dollars.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, he's he has so many injuries from his basketball days and stuff.
They
I'm just
literally
gonna
can use a stunt
I'm gonna
man to
ask
do some of
Google
his,
AI real
his
quick.
crazy.
How much would it cost to get Michael Jordan up off his ass?
He's probably
Millions of
gonna want
dollars. Oh, everybody on here, answer that
Probably
question. I would
about
say
300.
10 mil. I would say like $20 million.
I think.
Oh,
do
I
something.
think more than that. I think it'd be like
300.
probably
I
like
think
I'm talking about sub. I'm saying a cameo appearance would be $20 million.
a cameo, like a 5 minutes,
Like 5
scene.
minutes, it would be 20 million. If it's
Yeah,
more, it'd
okay,
probably
I can
be
see
it'd
that.
probably be like, I don't know,
People want
60,
100
$80
to
million
200.
dollars.
When it comes to
like-
Michael Jordan, go ahead. Sorry.
Go
When it comes
go
to
ahead,
Mi-
Coco. Go ahead.
When it comes to Michael Jordan, he has so much money that you'd have to pitch him on the idea because money is completely worthless to
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Like, you would have to,
you
like,
get to a
be like-
point where like money doesn't matter anymore. It's
Yeah.
about what you
What's my time?
what is it worth my time, and is it going to make me look good, or is it gonna kind of bring my my
legacy
clout
down.
down?
Yeah.
Continue, Dave. What were you gonna? You sounded like you had to finish something.
Oh, no. I was just talking about Jordan. Like, once you get so wealthy, I'm not there, not yet. But once you
Well,
get so
we're all
wealthy-
there, buddy. We're all there.
We
We're all
ain't there
there.
yet. Like we're
We
getting
ain't
there.
there yet.
Like,
We'll get there eventually.
But like your time is more valuable. Like I work with famous people in Japan, and you never bring up money. You're always like, oh, we should do this because of this and this and this and this. Like, money, when you become wealthy enough where money doesn't matter, it's the idea you're pitching.
Yeah,
They're not, and it's just,
which is the way it should be.
yeah. Obviously, when you're coming up, you're like, oh, I want money. When you want to like compete with, your fellow, I guess, peers, it's about money. But then once there's so much money, it's about ideas and your time.
yep.
And that's what they would have to pitch. And I just don't think Jordan's the type of guy to be like, yeah, I want to be in a movie. I don't think at this time in his life he would even care about that.
Yeah.
Hey, it took
I think if they were going to make another
movie,
movie, they would do another Space Jam or something. But
All right.
so
Well,
according
you're gonna
to
ahead, Chris.
his
Dan.
runner,
Oh,
according to his running contract agreement that he has his management has everybody sign, the standard booking estimates to getting Michael Jordan standard, his runner is $1 million starting baseline. So,
Can we get the dead corpse of Michael Jackson too?
well,
Yeah,
that'd be a lot
That'd be
easier.
awesome.
But Michael Jordan,
That'd be awesome.
yeah,
his runner
Yeah.
is $1 million. And
Okay.
he's
That's
he's turned down multiple. He's turned down multiple events that weren't $1 million. He's even turned down a $7 million payout to play golf at an amateur golfing event in Asia. So I guess he's like pretty. Either he doesn't want the money, or he just very
He doesn't need
particular
it.
about his.
It's
I think
like
he just
Coco
wants
was
to focus
saying. You
on
get
his
to a
NASCAR
point.
team, to be honest with you. I think that's
Well,
what,
it's like Coco was saying. Once you get to a point where you have like enough, like if I were to reach a point where I was stable, I don't think that I would really care to like increase my wealth unless it like was for a certain purpose.
Right, but he does go out and do pro bono meet and greets.
But that's different. That's because he wants to like
Tax write-off.
he wants to show his fans that he
Tax
he still
write-off.
cares.
Yeah,
Tax
tax write
write-off.
off. I'm not sure if that tax write off. I'm pretty sure most of these hospitals can't afford to get him to go out there.
Well, even too, I remember one event I seen him do where it was like the announcers, the guy's like, all right, Michael's gonna shoot some ball. He's like, okay, if he misses one shot, then he's gonna buy everyone every
Oh
kid.
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah. That was
audience
the Chris
for-
Paul. That's Chris Paul's training camp or whatever. He
Yeah,
said
he's like,
he
and
said,
we'll
like,
buy every kid in here for a free pair of Jordans.
like
And
Michael walked in. He's
did
like,
not.
nah.
Yeah, he did not. He doesn't miss a single shot. He's like, come on, Michael, you can at least miss one on purpose.
He's like,
What a-
nah, I ain't doing
that's
that.
a tease.
He's like, F them kids.
I just want to welcome Nightwolf into the chat. Nightwolf, thanks for joining us. Also, Collector, thanks for joining us. Real quick,
up?
if you guys want to support the channel, feel free to find us over on the Twitter, where you can support the channel by using Twitter Cash. And any donation helps keep a watermark off of our show. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, it helps. We're trying to get King Style a brand new microphone. So if we can save up enough money to make sure King has a microphone. Right now he's using somebody else's microphone. We don't know how long he's going to be with us, and we would like to keep our show going as long as possible. Feel free to donate to the channel, and anybody who donates to the channel gets themselves a little spot in our opening credits bumper, in the form of an animation and so forth.
That's what's up.
Oh, and King, we have another announcement for you to do in your fashion.
Yo,
Whoa, Cyfax. What's
Hey,
up,
we got
brother?
the one and only Cyfax has come in.
This guy,
Ready to rock. He's ready to rumble. Let's
following me,
go.
this guy's
Are
following
you-
me, man. He's following me. Like that's what he's
Hey,
doing.
dude,
Hey,
I was eating when I just got home and I turned the show on. I was like, the fuck is Crease doing here, dude? Get this fucking guy out of here.
you got to stop by on my birthday on Sunday or Monday.
Sunday?
It's technically on Monday, but I don't know when I'm
We're going to be doing a couple of days worth of events for your birthday. We have, do you have a cat on your head?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah, I
my
do.
cat's laying next to my
It's,
feet.
He always
I
does
got a
it,
house
dude.
full of cats and dogs.
See, okay, that is adorable. That is absolutely
It
adorable.
is. Yeah.
My cat is he's too much of a fat ass to sit on my head, and the other one is too much of a a bitch. What's your cat's name?
This one doesn't have a name.
This
I
one-
got too many cats, so I haven't named them all.
Okay,
Oh.
cat
I
one,
used-
cat
I
two,
used
cat
to be in
three.
that position too.
So far,
Horrible
there's shoulder kitty and head kitty or whatever. So-
Hey, pause.
that's awesome.
oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you, Jamie, for the happy birthday, and I know you're here. Thank you so
Blame
much.
Campion for the last one.
Jamie, say hello to Cyfax.
Well, let me introduce Cyfax, ladies and gentlemen. The man from Death Valley himself,
Oh God.
and one of the hardest and true motherfuckers that there is in California. And he's one of the coolest guitar players in California itself. Give it up for Cyfax.
That's right.
What's going on,
Oh
everybody?
man, you live
Yeah,
in
thank
Death
you.
Valley.
His-
They'll
his-
shoot more
his
power.
ego is
No.
gonna
Hey,
be-
No,
kayfabe,
I live in-
kayfabe. It's
I,
it's like Undertaker, you know. He's not really from Death Valley, but let's
Oh,
pretend.
okay.
nah, you know what's funny though is
That's what's gonna happen.
It'd be cool though.
I live out in Chatsworth, and last year I actually have a photo of where I'm at was hotter than Death Valley on like the
Oh,
weather app, and I was like, son of a bitch, dude.
Dude, you should
Like,
do
how
that.
is it
That
hotter
should be,
here?
dude. That literally should be from hotter than Death Valley. That literally should be like
Yeah.
if you ever get introduced for something like that.
Yeah, it was just the
That's
one
fucking
day,
cool.
but I was like, I opened it up and it was like 118, and Death Valley was 117, and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Oh man. Yeah, that dry heat though. I mean, I'm in Georgia. I'm originally from San Diego, but yeah, that dry heat sometimes.
Origins for me, Anaheim. So do remember that California weather. I miss it.
I'm pretty much right where the Santa Ana winds like just
Oh, yeah,
blow
yeah.
right through. I'm like right in the pathway of all
Oh.
those mountains. It's brutal.
Oh yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, Cyfax, this is Dave Coco from Coco Sports. Cyfax, Dave
going on,
Coco.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
And you already know MMA Crease.
Yeah, MMA Crease and Vagabond, you know them too.
I sometimes see him every now and then. He thinks he talks about anime or something, you know.
Oh yeah. No, we haven't. What was the, I think me and
You
Cypher-
might have met this guy
Oh yeah,
before. too.
Theta
You might have met
and
this guy,
Coco, Coco Theta. There you go. Nice to meet
give
you.
I've met
it-
Vagabond
give us
before. I
that
think I've been on a
intro
show
is-
with him.
is- You go.
Yeah, we've been on a
go
couple
little
shows.
bit
I
more,
just
man.
don't
I'm just
remember.
saying.
It's been so
Go up
many
a little
shows, I can't remember who's who.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, this is the best part about doing shows like this. Anything can happen.
Yeah, see, we start off with a topic, and see, the topic's just to get us going on a regular, on an irregular conversation. Half the time, we end up going off into a different direction. So you'll probably see like Sports Action Hero Part 3 because whatever. But
Hey,
if you want,
let's screw it. We'll just wing it. It doesn't matter.
yeah, we're gonna wing it. We always wing it, but we're gonna make sure that we wing it and keep on putting it out there because we got to get Sergeant Slaughter on the show. That is my ultimate dream interview. Me and King have thought we're gonna tag team this one. He's gonna take the wrestling questions. I'm gonna take the toy and cartoon questions. And we're gonna go at it, brother. Yeah.
Sweet and sour. Ooh yeah.
We ain't gonna snap into a Slim Jim. We're gonna snap into some conversation.
I have
Bonesaw
to
is ready.
thank you, Cyfax, for your awesome generosity in getting Chris Gore to cameo on the stream.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that was fun. That was fun. Yeah.
That was really cool.
Oh yeah, man, no problem, dude. The last time I saw him, he just told me that he was going to get married, and then apparently he did. He did get married. So
Oh,
that was pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why normally I
Yeah.
hang out with him at Dragon Con every year, but since he's got married, he's not going to be at this year's Dragon Con, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, usually I see him every week at our movie meetups on Thursdays, but
Oh, nice.
I only go to the big releases, like anything, just because it's like, I don't know, it's like 45 minutes away. So I'm like, I'll go to the big movies, Spider-Man, shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the small shit, the weekly release stuff, the random
Yeah,
little
Chris
low
Gore's
budget
cool.
stuff. Nah.
yeah.
So
What are y'all
yeah, it's
thinking
cool to hang
about
out with.
Doomsday?
Dave, you ever saw G4 Attack of the Show back in the day?
Yeah. I used to watch
Yeah.
it a lot.
So,
Yeah,
so
he-
you know
he-
of Chris Gore? I'm just
He was
asking.
the writer.
yeah.
So
he was the
it
writer.
doesn't feel awkward. Like, well, who the hell is Chris Gore?
And he created
Congratulations.
Film Threat. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Chris Gore is awesome. I met him in Houston when at Anime Missouri when him and Gary and Drinker were out there like a couple of years ago or whatever. And
Nice.
Oh yeah, Gary.
Chris-
He's talking about Gary from Nerdrotic, Dave. and
Nerdrotic,
also
yeah.
Critical
Yeah.
Drinker
Yeah.
on
Got
YouTube.
it, got it.
I'm
I
just
got-
explaining context for him. That's all.
I gotta get in that group, man. Meet those.
Just
He
start
goes
going to the meetups, really.
All you just have to do
Oh,
is
yeah.
just pop up
Yeah,
in the
and
meetups, whatever.
Anytime I've gone to the meetups, I usually end up hanging out with them at the, afterwards and stuff. Like I don't know, I've hung out with Gary for the last like 5 years. I
Gary's
didn't go to
cool.
this year's meetup. I went to MegaCon this year instead. And I'm
Oh,
glad
did
I
I
didn't go to
see
this
you at
meetup.
Did I see you at MegaCon?
You might have seen me there. I was hanging out with like Hold My DualShock and
Okay.
Angel and
Rockefeller.
I mean, we
Rockefeller.
were also
Yeah.
drinking and stuff too. So
Oh yeah, like I'm pretty sure I ran into Crease. I think he was out there. Like,
Yeah,
he was there.
we saw each other or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I saw Angel.
Oh,
I
now you
saw,
got two of them.
Oh yeah.
Now you got
cats.
two of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I got a house full of cats. Oh, and I got
That's
I
a
got
really.
dogs in the other room. I got 8 or 9 dogs.
Man,
right
they
now.
be all over him during the stream.
Holy
too, man.
shit, dude! You got enough to like have a
Well,
sanctuary, not
yeah.
in a bad way, but I'm saying like, dude, you could
Hey, if you're in
literally
Georgia,
have
you
like
need
a
German
farm or a sanctuary for animals.
Well, I do got chickens as well too. But if you need some,
Holy shit!
Oh, nice.
hey, if you-
Chickens too? Now you're gonna
Yeah.
say you have a cow, a
Well,
bull, a fucking horse?
I got some raccoons, possums, cats,
oh, there
dogs.
goes the dogs. But
Uh,
There
no,
goes
if,
the-
you, if you need some German Shepherd puppies and you're in Georgia, let me know. I got 4 puppies to get rid of.
Yeah.
From Ninja Turtles Rat King to now the Cat King.
Oh, good reference.
Wow, there's the cat
Nice.
pig. Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
cat.
Good
Speaking
reference.
of Ninja Turtles, I got my movie turtles over here.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
I named
speaking
my
of-
youngest son Leonardo.
Nice.
That's awesome. Also, speaking of Ninja Turtles, since we kind of talked about Kevin Nash, we kind of talked about Michael Jai White. Remember in the TV show, the live action sequel series, not really, but kind of is, the ones that crossed over the Power Rangers.
The next mutation.
The next
Yeah.
mutation. Remember, Michael Jai White
Venus
was
de Milo.
yeah, he was one of the extras. He wasn't
She.
credited as a character.
but he was there, and this was one of his early roles for film.
Oh, really?
And
Like,
there's a fan theory that he was actually Raphael in human costume disguise, like in the cartoon. You know, when they
Oh.
would disguise themselves as like people sometimes.
Gotcha.
There's a theory that that's why he was wearing red. Notice the color that he was wearing was dark red, and he disappears, and then Raphael appears, like later, like a few seconds later. That there's a theory that he might have been like pretending to be a human, and they use, you know, Michael Jai
Yeah.
White was the human stand-in role for
Nice.
that. So it's cool theory. It's not confirmed though, but I'd like to think that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that means that Michael Jai White is a part of Spawn and the Ninja Turtles.
See, the Ninja Turtles.
Unofficially.
That while that was a very questionable show, I did like Venus, even though I didn't like the addition of Venus.
Yeah.
First of all, a hottie chick turtle. When I was at that age, I was like, okay. When I was that, I'm sorry, but you know.
So you're scaly.
I think we're learning a little more about
Hey,
you.
you know
than
what?
we,
I scaly also just and furry adjacent. You know, if she has
Well,
a tail,
you don't
I
have
don't
to
mind
worry
watching
about-
it wag. If she has a shell, I wouldn't mind polishing it.
yeah, you don't have to worry about wax or ooze or anything. So
Well,
Yes,
not me, but she
any-
would.
How do we
any
transition
lube.
out of this situation, guys?
Yeah,
sorry.
please.
I like Disney Gargoyles. Disney Gargoyles is amazing. It's a great
There
show.
you go.
but how do we?
Goliath.
I say we dive in. Like, how far is it? Like, do you go to see Godzilla and you're like, yeah, that's my jam?
Heck
my
yeah.
Well, they
far
got
No,
Lift that tail, Zilla.
I dated her for a minute.
And here's
they
the
got a
degeneracy
Godzilla
part
waifu
of the
now,
stream.
don't they? They got a that
Oh,
new kaiju
boy.
waifu anime.
You know, I just try not to date a woman that'll destroy destroy Tokyo on a when you get her mad. Just, you know.
No, there's like
Well,
a
then-
kaiju,
Wait, is this like the Dave Chappelle skit? Remember, he was like got basically, oh, he have a giant snake. Remember that? He was
No,
like,
I don't remember that.
that's Godzilla. No, that's not Godzilla, honey. And it was actually. Oh,
No,
God.
You said
You
giant
guys don't
snake
remember
right when I
that?
was looking at chat and Jamie was saying.
No, but you remember that? Like he messed around with a volcano. I think that's an indirect reference to American Pie.
You're talking
with the
about
pie
Blackzilla?
thing.
Yeah, Blackzilla.
Yeah, Blackzilla. That was hilarious. That was fucking funny.
He unleashed one-eyed giant snake. One-eyed giant snake to giant stick. Oh no, not the volcano.
And he's smoking a cigarette after. Oh, that was great, baby.
Call me.
For those people who are interested in supporting the channel, you can always find us over on Twitter and YouTube and all the other media networks, I guess. But we are looking for a little support. And if you want to support the channel, you can go to W Energy Drinks. Get yourself some of that natural caffeine in scoopable flavors. That's right. You can get yourself the kit of the month for $39.99, which will come with a little tiny hat, a cup, and some different flavor packs for you to try. It's pretty natural when it comes down to energy drinks. It allegedly won't leave you, well, crashed like some Monster energy drinks or Red Bulls will. And just think about us when you go to the website, scan that QR code, use KJCBD26, and you can help support the channel. Sorry, that was a very bad ad read because I completely forgot to do it, and I was flabbergasted.
That's all right. Speaking of snakes, we had a coral snake. Those they're very venomous. They can kill. They can kill a human within 30 minutes.
Yeah, red touches yellow, kills a fellow.
Yeah, exactly. We had one like a couple months back. My brother, he was walking around and he had like a little garden with some tomatoes, and there was a coral snake in there, and thank God it didn't bite him. But
my neighbor by where my chicken coop was killed copperhead about a couple months ago. And then we also get water moccasins here.
oh wow,
So,
those scare the shit out of me.
yeah.
Also, no, continue. I'm sorry. I don't want to kill the flow here.
Snakes.
Well, like
Well,
I
are we
do.
going to go snakes on a plane or what?
Well, unfortunately, Samuel L. Jackson, unless he had a basketball career in high school or college, I don't think that would count. But that'd be awesome. But
I mean,
we
he
don't
did
know
play
that.
one of the best coaches in movie history.
I guess we could technically count him. We could technically go down that rabbit hole.
That does technically count as a sports movie.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
necessarily a
absolutely.
sports action movie, but it does count as a sports movie. And actually, when it comes down to football, that is pretty much action, right?
Well,
Yeah.
but we could also count like the Mighty Ducks too.
True.
And by the way, they were at one time were a real team. They were a real team.
They still are.
Well,
The
they still
Anaheim Ducks are
the
still.
Anaheim, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, they changed their name, but
They just dropped the mighty part when Disney sold them.
yeah.
But yeah.
Also, it was a cartoon as well. It was like a weird
Yeah.
action
Yeah.
cartoon.
Do y'all remember
that had-
the cartoon that had Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, and
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky? What was that called? It was like they went around fighting crime, but like they used their sports powers, like to.
so that's where Static Shock got that episode where the NBA players were
I
fighting.
guess.
That's where Shaq and I forgot the other players. I think it was Kobe.
It was back in
It was
the early '90s, late '80s. Back when Captain N, the Game Master, and the Lou Albino,
By the
Lou
way, this is
Albano.
on my list.
Albino is like the albino version of Captain Lou Albano.
All right.
We
First of all,
need to make an image of that. We need an albino version of Captain Lou Albano.
This is on my list of sports
stars.
action
Yeah.
heroes.
Yes.
As today's episode of sports action heroes did revolve mainly around the cartoon sports action heroes.
Yep. Bo
So-
knows.
and Bo knows baseball, Bo knows football, Bo
Yeah.
knows basketball, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty
he's the
sure
reason I'm a Raiders fan.
Bo even knew golf.
Here's my thing: if you're a criminal, you're part of the foot soldier. You're going to prison. You've been caught. Do you think it helps you that you got snagged up by a super famous athlete, or do you think it hurts you? Like, let me get this straight: Wayne Gretzky tripped you running out of a
Yeah.
bank.
Or
I
he
don't know if this helps or hurts your case.
he shot a slap shot at your head, give you a concussion, and you sue Wayne Gretzky.
He'd probably come up against you and go, "Hey, what is this?"
I don't like how Bo Jackson's pointing his butt out towards me.
On that, and like, let's say you were like one of these three men or greatest athletes of their time in their sport. Let's say you're the biggest fan in the world. Just like, dude, I love Michael Jordan, and then he catches you. You go to prison. Do you still rock the 23 jersey when you get out, or you like
Absolutely not. You
Yeah.
don't. You
I
wear
would.
a 32.
Rights.
You wear a
Yeah,
32
bragging
jersey
rights.
at a protest.
No. I would 23 all the way.
Oh man, I got to meet Michael Jordan. He is the one that arrested me.
yeah.
That's awesome.
How'd you meet him at a con? Not exactly.
I'm a convict now because of
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Chris, do you have a twin brother?
I think he went to another thing. I think that's what happened.
Wait. I must say. Oh, there we go.
What's
Boom.
going on?
Never mind. Oh, there was two of you up on the screen for a second there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It just my screen just went white for a couple of seconds and then it just
Can't-
whatever. But I'm
Came
back.
back.
I'm back.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm back.
whew.
Welcome back.
I thought
just
we
eating
cloned
right
you
now.
by accident.
Yeah, I'm just eating right now. I don't want to eat in front of everybody. I'm just haven't eaten all day.
No, I hear you. I got to eat too.
But this was actually one of the next things in my list for sports action heroes, and it was. I remember watching this. This was another one that only lasted, I believe, one season,
Maybe two.
It was
but, yeah.
1991. It came out in 1991. I have my notes here. Hold on. 13 episodes in 1991.
Okay.
And so like one season, and this was made by the same company that did the crud, can't remember the name of the company, the other cartoon that it was. I had
Is
notes.
it Deke or Cookie
Yeah,
Jar or whatever?
DIC, DIC.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they say Deke.
Yeah,
That's how they said it.
yeah.
Which did Inspector Gadget, Heathcliff, and a
Yeah.
bunch of those.
And
Mighty
the
Max.
failed Sailor Moon American live action that they were going to do.
Oh,
Remember
they did a
that
live
that car?
no.
No, yeah, it mixed live action with the cartoon. They were going to
No,
remake
I don't
Sailor
remember
Moon for
that.
American audiences.
Well, so Bo Jackson actually, this is one of the situations that we actually had the people who voiced their characters. Unlike in the Hulk Hogan show that we were talking about earlier,
What's Thunder?
Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. So unlike this show, where we had
I don't even
WWF
remember
wrestlers, unlike this show where the WWF wrestlers only did the promos for it, and we had voice actors actually doing the show. This show pretty much had Bo Jackson for 13 episodes playing himself, Wayne Gretzky for all 13 episodes playing himself, Michael Jordan playing himself. Then we had but we also had portraying Bo Jackson and Wayne Gretzky in a similar fashion as the other one, but some of the episodes would have them playing themselves, some of them wouldn't. But Dorian Howard or Harewood did the voice of Michael Jordan when couldn't get Michael Jordan, and Townsend Coleman, but they're all listed as 13 episodes.
Yeah, because they probably had at least a little bit in each episode.
Right. So they whether or not it was like as bumper sequences where you had just like with the I didn't watch much of the show. At least I can only remember like the cartoon aspect. I don't remember like the bumpers in this.
Oh no, I don't either, but I do know that I probably watched each episode a couple times.
I don't remember the bumpers in this, but I do remember that it was very much similar to this show right here.
Yeah, I don't remember this show at all, but there's Andre, there's looks like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be similar in vein. That's probably why they did that show, to capitalize on that. More than likely, because that's how shows were back then. They copied each other for certain things. Hey, it was a perfect formula. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, like Batman the Animated Series, right? That was great. And then they did the opposite of that by making it copy Superman the Animated Series. I'm sorry, Batman had the better animation style. And they downgraded Batman for the New Adventures, which was dumb.
What really downgraded the Batman animated series was when they titled it Batman and Robin, and every episode had to have Robin in it, and Batgirl. It turned into less of a detective drama type cartoon.
Yeah, but I saw that as a sequel. I saw that as like an alternate title,
spin-off.
I can see. I
see it as an alternate title when they did the New Adventures. Yeah. Did it really need to be called the New Event? It was going to be called Gotham Knights.
Right. When you change the title up, it's
I know about the.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I know about
like when they did Slimer and the Ghostbusters.
Chris, go ahead.
I know about the Batman and Robin situation. So, like Bruce Timm said that when he was working on the series or whatever, he it was really coming from Warner Brothers on the pushing of Robin or whatever, because he said if it was up to Bruce Timm or whatever and Paula Dini, they'll just do nothing but Batman. Yeah. But because the new Batman movies were coming out or whatever at that time, you had
the
Batman Forever that was being Batman Forever movie being successful. They were saying like, dog, you got to put him in there now because we need to sell. We gotta sell toys and everything. And yeah, that was like one of the main reasons why they were pushing Batman Robin that mini series. And then if you notice, like when they started pushing Batgirl, that's when the Batman Robin movie and Sub-Zero movie was coming.
Mr. Freeze.
Fun fact: that Sub-Zero movie was supposed to be a Bane.
Mr.
Movie.
Freeze.
No. Originally, it was going to be a Bane movie, and Warner Brothers
Yeah.
keep
Yeah, but
knocking on.
it wasn't
I-
Sub-Zero. It was Mr. Freeze. Mr.
I
Sub-Zero is Mortal
I know
Kombat.
that. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Can you let me finish, please? Thank you. Anyway, no, it's okay. It's all right. Anyway, originally Bane was gonna be their movie, right? But because Mr. Freeze was popular, right? Mr. Freeze was popular
Or
for.
Vice.
They wanted to capitalize on that because they retconned
Yeah,
his character as a tragic scientist that lost his wife and became deformed by the liquid nitrogen, right? So they're like, oh my god, we need to capitalize this. So can you turn this into to Mr. Freeze movie, please? And they're like, we already making a Bane movie. We can't just turn it into a Mr. Freeze movie. Can you do it anyways?
Yeah.
And they did it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like they wanted to promote it like side by side.
yeah, it was
with the
yeah,
Batman
you're right.
Robin
It was
movie,
originally going to do that, and then Batman and Robin
Yeah.
did shit, and they
Yeah,
delayed it
it's
by a
like-
year and a half, 2 years later, and
Sub-Zero is still a good movie though. You can watch it free on YouTube.
It's-
Like, so go check it out.
oh yeah. Speaking of Batman and Robin, right? Because Arnold's in that movie, but there's another guy that's in that movie, who played Bane, who was a legit pro wrestler.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I said in one of the other shows that we did, he went to high school with my mom and her sisters here in
yeah,
San
By the
Antonio.
way, Batman and Robin is a guilty pleasure for me. I like that movie. It's a guilty pleasure. I like that.
So, FX, what are your thoughts on Batman and Robin? Did you
Man,
like it?
dude,
Did
it's been forever since I've seen it, dude.
But
So
for what you remember, it doesn't
All you
matter.
guys have to do is just chill.
All
You have
those-
to chill.
all
Yeah.
those shows from back then, I remember liking all of them growing up. You know, for the most part, Static X, Batman, Robin, the Batman animated
Static
series.
X. Static X.
I
Not
think
Static
he
X,
meant Static Shock.
just
Static X is a band.
Shock.
Static
Yeah, I was
X is a
thinking
band.
for some reason I was listening
Yeah.
to them the other day. It just came.
Well,
to
Static
mind.
X was actually on the soundtrack to Batman: Return of the Joker. So you're close.
okay.
It's
Close,
fine.
but
No,
yeah,
no wrong
Static
with
X,
that.
no Static Shock. I actually met the guy that started, or one of the guys that started Static Shock, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I asked him about the reboot that they did with the BLM stuff, and he didn't know that they fucking did that. It was kind of
Well,
funny.
I've
I
heard
met
that before.
I met the original guy at San Diego Comic-Con.
You talking about Dwayne
Years
McDuffie, Vagabond?
Yeah, the one that
Dwayne
had passed away from the heart failure.
Yeah, Dwayne McDuffie.
yeah, I had his autograph
Like
and
him and
everything.
Bruce Timm.
Yeah.
Him,
Maybe-
Bruce
maybe it
Timm
wasn't
and
him.
Paul
It
Dini
was-
were like,
Well, I think
No.
he
Dwayne McDuffie was the co-creator. There was 2 other guys that co-created it. That's why there was a legal dispute with his wife and Warner Brothers
Yeah.
with them as well. That's why. Continue the story, Vagabond. My bad.
Sorry.
No worries.
No, it's okay. No. I interrupted Vagabond. So
Oh
go
no
ahead.
worries, no worries.
Go for it, man.
That happens in large battles. So it's like
No. Talk. What were you say about Dwayne McDuffie when you met him?
yeah, so he was cool. Because I used to go to San Diego Comic Con because I was originally from San Diego, so I used to
Oh,
go
I
every
love
year.
San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, and but yeah, got his autograph and everything. And then like a year or 2 later, that's when he had the open heart surgery or whatever and passed away.
Oof. That's
Wow.
So, Dave, what are your thoughts on Dwayne McDuffie? Have you ever read any of his works besides Static or Icon or anything Superman or Batman related, like Justice League or whatever? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know much about him. I know Static was like a really good TV show. At what year did that come out? Because I
Like
feel like
98, I think. 97,
yeah. So
98.
I was like in the military then. So like there's a gap of I watched the 80s and 90s. Then I was in the military. Then I had kids, and then I got back into stuff. So he was famous, or at least his show was famous in that gap. So I never actually got to see it. I apologize.
Yeah, he was.
No
writing
worries, man.
for,
But we
he
don't
was
see
writing-
everything. We can watch it later, right? As they say.
Yeah, he was writing for the Blood Syndicate series on for DC Comics' alternate line that they had going.
Okay.
Static. He did. He did a lot.
He did
of
Icon. He did
Man
Superman.
Machine.
He did Ben 10, Alien Force, and other things.
Hardware was a great title. If you haven't had a chance to read that, it's a pretty good title.
He did Superman All-Star, which was his last work before he passed away.
Yeah. So Static Shock, the cartoon, came out the year 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Theta, what are your thoughts on Dwayne McDuffie and Static Shock?
I like the show.
Okay.
You know, I mean, back then I pretty much watched anything animated. So,
Dude, I love Static.
Yeah. So he wrote a lot of stuff for. I think it was Milestone Comics.
Yeah, it was
owned by-
Milestone.
owned by
under
DC.
the DC,
Yep.
under DC Publishing, yes.
Yeah, and great titles. I'm just saying. If you haven't had a chance to read any of those titles, you absolutely should pick them up.
But
I recommend.
Shaq was on Stat when they did the Superman crossover. He was
yeah,
there.
because back that was around the time he did Steel.
No, that was after. That was after. That was
I know,
It was
but,
after, but
but
he
I'm
was
just
still-
saying
I know what you
around
mean.
the
I know
same
what you mean.
time.
But like, it was like maybe that was an indirect reference, like a hidden Easter egg for DC fans.
Yeah,
that-
exactly.
That it might have been. It wasn't just him being a celebrity. It was also he was a part of a movie that.
Yeah, he was part of the DC.
Romeo was on there.
It bombed, unfortunately, and that movie with the camera angles and the was just shit. It was terrible.
It really was.
It looked like they purposely did that to make fun of Shaq.
Yeah, the
They
suit
made him
could have
look
looked
bad.
a lot better. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that was.
Because the way they shot it, it made it look like somebody was like doing inappropriate stuff with him when they weren't. It was just the way the camera angles were positioned and the editing. Like, why would you do that? Especially as somebody like Shaq, who's a big sports star at the time. Like, why would you ruin his Hollywood career? But again, I guess it's politicking in Hollywood.
So regarding, I kind of wanted to ask, but regarding Static Shock and Black Lightning. Now, Black Lightning was a character from the 70s that I read quite a bit of in DC Comics.
Yep.
Now, once they merged Milestone and DC, and you started getting the Milestone characters within the DC Prime universe, they tried to do this whole mentorship with Black Lightning, and almost like a sidekick thing. You liked that? Okay, good.
Yeah.
'Cause
I actually like that.
I kind of wish that they would have touched on that more, like in the cartoons, because didn't they have like a Black Lightning cartoon series?
No,
as well?
actually, no. Yes, well, that's complicated. Basically, remember the Super Friends. We're going back to the Super Friends right now, unfortunately. But
No, well,
what
hey,
happened
you know what?
was
It's my time frame. I love it.
Well, I don't know. It's just the Super Friends. You couldn't call them the Justice League. I don't know. The Legion of Doom's a cool name, though. But anyway,
I think it was the just like when Justice League expanded out to have 50 members. That's when they introduced him, Mr. Terrific, Firestorm.
So what happened was when they did the Super Friends, right? There was a rights issue with Black Lightning. They couldn't use Black Lightning because the writer didn't give permission. The creator and writer didn't want to give the rights up. So they created Vulcan or Black Vulcan, who was just basically a Black Lightning clone. And even in what's his name in Harvey Birdman, Attorney of Law, they had Phil Lamar, who voiced Static and Jon Stewart Green Lantern, play Vulcan.
Yeah,
he's like, I wanted to be Black Lightning, but they told me no, that's too strong for you.
Captain Giratina is coming in with a raid from us.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
thank you, Captain Giratina.
And I think he just had a 7K celebration. I was there as well too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Captain Giratina just he got his promotion from Lieutenant Giratina to Captain Giratina. I'm waiting for him to be 4-star General Giratina and then President Giratina.
Well, you have to be Vice President Giratina first. So
Not necessarily.
I like.
Well, he's doing it by rank, right? You gotta do it a certain way, right? Anyway, so and then in Static Shock, right? There was a character named Soul Power, right? Soul Power was supposed to be Black Lightning, but they couldn't get the rights to it, so it happened again.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you see that
Okay.
quite often with a lot of these characters that, whether it's DC or Marvel, when they're going back and forth from where are the rights being held, like televised Batman. Fox technically has the rights to a live action televised Batman because of
yeah,
that
that's
Yeah.
Adam
yeah.
West series.
Why do you
Um,
think Gotham
Yeah.
happened on Fox, right?
and
Because
and
they own the rights
Penguin.
to it, and
Yeah.
they never made another live action television Batman series. Notice that
yeah,
you never saw
the
that.
only
There's a
time
bunch of
you saw him
Superman
on
It
series,
should be.
the only
but there's
time
It
not
should be.
Batman.
the only time you saw him in live action on television was a cameo featuring Kevin Conroy in what Batgirl and in that Batgirl
It was
Yeah.
in the Arrowverse specials.
yeah, the Arrowverse specials, and also I think that was when they did the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah.
Your thoughts
I-
on that panel on Crisis on Infinite Earth? How it was handled? How it, like all of you?
I used to love the
Not good.
Arrowverse, but then it just got too big, and then like it was
I was
like
just same with Flash.
yeah, and then like it got too big, and on top of it getting too big, I like like binging, like I'm gonna watch all the Arrow, I'm gonna watch all the Flash, I'm gonna watch all this, and then like halfway through the season, they're like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow on Supergirl, we'll see you tomorrow on the Flash.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So for me, the only thing that was good about that Arrowverse was the Superman and Lois show. That
Was a good
That
show.
really-
Yeah.
Superman and
Well, I
Superman
also
and
like
Lois
that-
is good.
I
also
love
that
how they
Brandon Routh came
incorporated
back as Superman
and
for
also
the
Tom
specials.
Welling. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Brandon Rowe.
I love and
And they gave him a
got-
second chance. It's not his fault. That look, I will defend Superman Return. That's not
I,
his fault.
I'm
That
with
is
you
not his
completely,
fault.
King.
The studio
I think
fucked him over big time by saying it was
I-
a Christopher Reeve movie.
I'm well. I mean, it technically was. He was supposed to like be the.
Yeah, but how can
the-
you take the shoes of one of the best Supermen ever?
Well,
right?
they were trying to make a fifth. Christopher Reeve's version of Superman, and he does look a lot like Christopher Reeves. But I'm with you. I defend that movie. I think it was a lot better than people give it credit for. I enjoyed it, and you gotta separate the art from the artist. And I think that
oh yeah, you're talking about Brian Center. Got it.
yeah,
Got it.
Kevin Spacey was a good was a good Lex Luthor.
Yeah, we're just gonna say separate the art from the artist and
Yeah.
Yeah,
not go too deep on that.
regarding the Superman stuff, like I liked that take on Superman. While when it came down to when you looked at Superman Returns, it kind of like null and voided like some of the other stuff that they did with the Christopher Reeves stuff, though, because it was like
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be like
part
between,
3 and 4.
yeah, part 3 and 4, just
Nuclear
like
Man,
you know.
which if you look at Man of Steel, the new movie that came out, the Hammer of Bolvia, has the symbol of the Nuclear Man on his armor. So I don't know if that was a nod to be like in the same universe or what, but it's the same symbol on his chest. I did like a whole video on the Easter eggs for that movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Real quick, Crease, I know you have to head out here soon, so just let us know.
Well,
I got like
we'll plug you, dude.
about 10 more minutes
cool.
with you guys.
Yeah.
And then I got
Yeah,
something.
let us know
Yeah.
so that way we can let you promote your channels and everything. And at the end of the show, I'm going to after it processes through, you'll get an email from me and saying it's like I'm setting you up as a collaborator on it, so that way you can have that go to your collaborations as
sure.
well. Right on. So
Same thing with you, Vagabond. as well.
Oh yeah. And you know the cool thing, I think YouTube updated it so now you can have 10 people in collab.
oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we'll put collab on.
Yeah, so everybody who comes in will get. I'll have them marked. I'll have you guys marked as a collaborator after it does its thing. You know. Regarding sports action heroes and movies and action heroes and movies, and also we've just been going into heroes, and we talked a lot about the DC stuff and the Marvel stuff. and I didn't stop that because I'm a comic book guy and I just love my comic books, and talking
here.
about superheroes has always been one of my favorite things to do. Um, they the whole we watched over I watched the D23 leaks and everything. Well, they're not leaks, but
Well,
trailers and
they
whatnot.
came out early. Some
Yeah,
of the
the
stuff from D23
D23
came out early than they were supposed to. So it's technically a leak. You're right.
Yeah,
Dave.
but I watched the D23 trailers. Did you guys like? What do you think about the Vision Quest trailer? Did
I
you
thought it
guys-
looked cool.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's
I'm just
it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Like especially with Doomsday, because they're gonna not even do a hardcore reboot or anything like that after.
Yeah, no,
Doomsday
it's going to be a
Secret Wars.
soft reboot.
You were saying, Dave? You were gonna say
I'm
something?
just burnt out on the TV shows, and it's once again like let's talk about earlier IP jackers. Like, people are not writing the shows for the fans. They're not writing the shows for the original IP. They're
I
just
agree with
taking
that.
it over and making it. And I know nothing about Captain Marvel, but my daughter absolutely loves Captain Marvel. So it landed on Disney Plus.
The Carol Danvers.
Oh, my.
Not Captain
version?
Marvel. What's the other one? The new one that had a
Miss
TV show.
Marvel. Miss
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel.
Miss Marvel. I
Marvel. Oh,
apologize. I
No,
apologize.
it's
No,
okay. Don't
original.
worry about it, dude. There's so many
She's a
Shazam
huge-
and all that shit. Too many.
Yeah, so she's a
Thank
huge Miss Marvel fan. So, like, all on her birthdays gave her Miss Marvel, a subscription to Miss Marvel. She has Miss Marvel everything. So, she's older now. So we're having a daddy-daughter date. We get Disney. We put it up on the big screen. We order a pizza. One episode in, she's like, "Oh, that's not my Miss Marvel," and leaves. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, who the hell are these shows
I respect
for?
it.
Because they always say like, "Oh, it's
respect
not
it.
for old guys." I'm like, I've spent thousands of dollars on Miss Marvel stuff because my daughter likes her. We sit down on Disney Plus. We're like, all right, well, at least I'll have spent some time with my daughter. One episode in, she's like, "Yeah, this ain't my Miss Marvel. I'm
All
out."
right. So what Disney did is
I respect that.
I respect that too, because what Disney did is they wanted to go with Captain Marvel being Carol Danvers. We totally bypass like two.
Yeah.
Well, in a sense, we kind of nerfed the storyline to the original Captain Marvel, and then the first human Captain Marvel, we just totally jumped past that character. I guess we don't want to talk about a superhero.
The male Captain Marvel.
The male Captain Marvel. We don't want to talk about a superhero getting a form of space cancer. We don't want to talk about any of that. And instead, we're going to put this girl power Carol Danvers in there. And okay, well, Carol Danvers is supposed to start off as Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, and that's
Yeah.
how Rogue gets her powers.
Yeah.
She absorbs her powers too much
So-
and takes her power away.
So, Cyphex, and then afterwards, Vagabond. What are your thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, I'm not super interested in it. I mean, every single Disney Plus show has been a massive letdown. I mean, some of them have even started interesting, like, I guess technically the first one of their trilogy series going on, because the first one was WandaVision, and that started cool. Like, it started interesting with the throwback 50s, 60s stuff. It was kind of like every episode they were going to a new era of television, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And then it's like halfway through the season, it's like, yeah, let's just turn this into a bunch of bullshit. And it's
That's
like,
what it was,
man,
though,
that was
right? They did. That's exactly what they did, and where Dave was saying with like the IP jacking. We have comic books which are panel to panel storyboarding that they could have just gone, okay, we have it's already written. We got the script written. We got the storyboard written. Just got to get the actors in there.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Yeah,
said this. I've said this plenty of times before. Like, and that's a good way to put it, is IP jacking. But what it is these people have stories that they want to tell. They can't get money to get it made, so they're like, okay, let me find an IP that I can put a character from that in, but I'm gonna still tell my story. So it has nothing to do with those characters other than their name, and maybe they have a power and they kind of do a fight scene here or there with their power or some bullshit. but they're still trying to tell the story that they wrote. They're like, the only way I can get funding for it is to find an IP or
Like the Landers,
something.
yeah.
Exactly. It's like they're like, well, I kind of want to make a murder mystery, True Detective style show. Like, how can I get that done? It's like, well, we'll just use these characters.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Like, let's use cosmic level characters for this podunk town in Nebraska or whatever.
I'm reading into talking about the lanterns there, if I'm not mistaken.
But before you do that, I'm gonna have Vagabond answer what we were talking.
Yeah.
Then you can say something, Theta, about the lanterns thing if you want to.
That's all I was.
All right. I thought you were going to say something about it, but I don't want to forget that. So go ahead.
Oh, no worries. No, I'm in agreement. Like, I for me, when it comes to both DC and Marvel, I completely dropped out like way before everyone else. And I do agree with Coco with the whole. I'm gonna jack your term, the IP jacking. So,
it sounds like it should be on OF.
Yeah. So, but because we've seen it with the Joker movie, right? Where, the guy's original story wasn't getting greenlit, so he's like, "All right, we can use Joker." So I'm gonna use.
Well, it was Taxi. It was Taxi, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Agbon. It was Taxi and Kings of Comedy. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, okay, so let me throw the Joker character on there. Gets greenlit, throws the story. A lot of the quote unquote chuds liked it. Okay, I'm gonna make a sequel where the chuds are gonna hate it or whatever. So we saw that. But yeah, like I'm usually disappointed in all the DC and Marvel movies. Even when the ones a lot of people love and adore, there's always something I'm like, okay, it's not for me. So while everyone else is going to the theaters, I just been sticking to anime and manga, because what I like about the manga and anime realm is like of course you're not doing a 1-from-1 to the manga, but the animes usually they tell their version of the story as close as possible to the source material to try to get you to go to the source material to continue on. There's a few exceptions here and there, but so you get like 12 episodes, season 1 or whatever, or might be no other season. You're like, you know what? I do like the series, so I go buy the manga and start from issue number 1 and continue on. And I think that's the mistake that American IPs forget to do, is like get people to the
like they also understand like how to do adaptations, where it's like, hey, let's just take the meaty parts of this. Obviously you're gonna have to cut stuff for time, and when you're doing animation, it's so expensive, they can only do so much. They can't do every single scene. It's like adapting a book or whatever. It's like you can't adapt a 1,400 page book, because usually a script is only like 140 pages, 160 pages tops, maybe something like that. And it's like you got to cut down 1,400 freaking word or 1,400 pages into that. Obviously, you're going to be missing stuff.
No, they don't do it with anime. They can do it with if they can successfully have like a 14 episode fight sequence with anime. They can.
True. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, they've absolutely done that.
Like Dave, no, right? Dave, you know about the whole action.
Yeah, like I've worked in anime and manga before, and it's just different than the way America's set up. So like to even get an interview as a writer, artist not so much, because like they could actually see what you're doing, but to get an interview as a writer or story structure or anything creatively, you're not allowed to even walk into the room unless you've read every episode. So if you're a new writer for One Piece, you don't even have the job, and you're like, all right, finish all this. And they just take pride in the IP. They take pride in the original story. Like, I see interviews all the time. Well, I knew nothing about She-Hulk. I knew nothing about lawyers. I knew nothing about... That would never in a million years happen in Japan. Like, before you even walk in for the interview, they will send you boxes and boxes of books. You can't even interview for a job unless you know everything about that universe.
That should be the way it is.
Yeah,
and then if someone gets cocky,
hold that thought real quick.
We gotta
let Chris
go
promote his channel.
Oh, no problem.
So I MMA Crease. So where you guys can catch me, like you can catch me on For the Homies podcast, also Dynamic Duo podcast, and then of course with Vagabond Ninjas at Night. And please, if you guys have a chance, go join Anime Nights later on tonight. I won't be able to be there due to work or whatever, but go support DA and Nightcap over there. And it was a pleasure and an honor being on your guys' podcast tonight, man.
Well,
it was awesome.
thank
This
you.
was fun.
We appreciate it. And
Pop your
you
pop your
guys
link
come
into
back,
the private
another
chat, and I'll
time.
pop it into the
No.
chat here real for everybody.
We like to
Okay.
you guys coming in here.
Are you on
Fun.
Twitter?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm on X or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll send you my my link tree, Cowboy.
Yeah.
I'll DM to you, and then like you can like put it in there.
Well,
like
if
that.
anybody wants to follow him over on Twitter, I do have everybody
Follow.
tagged on
set-
the
we can
post
set-
for tonight. So
we can
you
set up a group and just have a group for us.
So
Yeah.
I do have you tagged for
Yeah, we can
on
do that.
Twitter, so we can and your page will be listed in the description when we go live. Well, after
Okay.
we're done with live.
Okay,
Thank you
But
for
I'll send
joining
you
us.
my-
I had a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
take care.
I'll send you my link
Chris.
and everything. But yeah, y'all
Yeah.
guys take it easy.
It
and y'all
looked
have
like
a
you were
blessed
about
night.
to do an instant transmission for a second.
Yeah,
But
almost.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looked like
Peace
that.
out.
All right, take
Y'all guys
care.
take it easy.
Be safe.
Take it easy. Go back to Coco. Continue. I'm sorry we interrupted your flow. but you
No
had to
problem.
go.
But like, there's even like, so when you work for someone else, eventually not eventually, but for some people, ego gets in the way. They're like, oh, I can't be a second tier writer. I can't be,
yeah,
like in Japan, you get like too cocky with an IP. They're like, go just make your own IP.
yeah.
Like they openly say it. Like, oh, if you don't like the way, Chainsaw Man, Dan to Dan is Dragon Ball Z, go fucking make your own IP.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's kind of like how Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, that whole group, broke away from Marvel and did their own thing.
Yeah, but in Japan though, the cool thing is that like Akira Toriyama, right? He created Dragon Ball, right? After Dr. Slump, because it was popular. What happened was that it was a fluke, right? He wasn't supposed to make it. His wife saved his ass because the editor got mad. He couldn't think of anything. Oh, honey, don't you think? Remember that Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee thing you were telling me about? That saved his ass, and he created Dragon Ball after that. And you see characters like Jackie Chun and
Yeah.
Bruce Lee wannabe, like they made reference that because of that. And originally Dragon Ball was going to be Dragon Boy. And anyway, going to the point of this, when Z ended, he didn't want to do anything anymore for Dragon Ball really. He wanted to take a break because he'd been doing it for a long time. But Toei and Shonen Jump was like, please make more. Please make more. And he's like, no. So GT was created. He created the designs of Goku, Pan, and Trunks, and Giru. He made the ship. He made the backgrounds. So people saying that GT's not canon because Akira Toriyama didn't make it is bullshit. He did make it. He partially made it, and then he sold it the rights afterwards. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
That is true
Oh, you're,
later down the line. A lot of because Dragon Ball was making too much money and they bullied them. They said no. They broke copyright law, continued it, and then what happened with what you said eventually happens. In the beginning, it was very nasty. It was like the first time, not the first time, but first time in a major country that like they just said, oh, it's making too much money. We're going to break copyright law. So it was a very big deal. And they did eventually get him back on board. They definitely got him. But it was smoothed out later. But while it was happening, it was a very dark time for, I guess, anime and manga, because it was just a country where your copyright, and like at the time it was kind of unheard of. But yeah, they did smooth it out eventually. But it was
when Dragon Ball
a little wild west for a bit.
When Dragon Ball Evolution bombed, which by the way they had Dragon Ball Z the movie or Dragon Ball Z Evolution the movie already made as a script.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do the Flash Gordon. Tune in next time, guys, because if it bombs, you're not going to get a sequel. Don't do that. Make it a TV show instead.
I knew that movie was bad when Japanese media kept saying it's not all Z, and the fact that the original company sitting himself before the trailer even dropped, I was like, that's not good. You know, and they're like, hey, listen, we made a movie. It's not us. You know what I mean? That's never a good sign.
It was so bad that after it bombed, right, they had to get Akira Toriyama back and basically make the Battle of Gods movies was a fluke. It wasn't supposed to happen. It happened because, like you said, Dave, it bombed. And they had to run back to Akira Toriyama. Please help us fix this problem. We have a deal with Fox in America. We need the monies. Please. And he said, fine, I'll do it. Just give me a power and let me do whatever the fuck I want. And there you go.
Yeah.
Good for Akira Toriyama. Go ahead, Vagabond.
Oh, no worries. Yeah,
No,
Toei Animation. Yeah, they there's a lot of things that could have changed because if they weren't meddling with what Toriyama wanted to do. I do wish sometime like they did like a Dragon Ball alternative, which was like Toriyama's vision ahead of time before like Toei Animation's like, okay, you got to have more versions of Cell. Oh, no, Gohan can't run the show. It needs to be about Goku and Vegeta. They're the most popular characters, or whatever, right? So, well, other than that, like, I personally don't like Super at all. I know a lot of people do, but
Thank
you know what
you.
though?
I'm a traditionalist.
I like parts of it.
I'm Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT at the very most. Anything after that, I couldn't get into.
Yeah, I don't like GT, but I do like parts of Super.
I like GT for certain things and Super for certain things. It just like my problem with Super is like it just contradicts a lot of things. Like Goku and Vegeta holding back to fight people was stupid to me. I never liked that. I'm like you know, the first time that happened was in the Buu Saga. Akira Toriyama did that. Like, remember when he was fighting Majin Vegeta? And then he got knocked out. It's like, dude, you could have turned Super Saiyan 3 against Majin Vegeta. Well, I didn't want to hurt his pride as a Saiyan.
Well,
that is so uncharacteristic for Goku.
Well, Goku did that with Nappa in the very first episode. I mean, he took him out. But
well, no, he had to use Kaioken. He didn't have full.
He didn't have to.
He used Kaioken to defeat him. Remember? Yes, he did.
I could have sworn that
when he crippled him, he had Kaioken. No, he had Kaioken when he crippled him.
Okay. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. I have the image of him holding Nappa up with one hand without Kaioken. But I'll have to go back and rewatch.
What happened was like that's not his normal ki energy. That's him amplifying it with the Kaioken. I know. So normally he would have lost to Nappa. But anyway, where am I going with this? The point is, I didn't like that Goku because of the Buu Saga, because I like Akira Toriyama, you know, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama, right? But I didn't like how he basically changed the character to suit a certain narrative, like, oh, I'm gonna hold back because I don't want people to get their feelings hurt, or I want them to think they're stronger than me.
In a sense, that's a narrative that they use quite often in a lot of superhero storylines. They do that with Peter Parker. Spider-Man holds back on a lot of the villains that he faces
on almost all of them.
But Superman never does that, though.
No, Superman holds back on a regular basis as well.
No, but does he say, I'm going to hold back against,
Doomsday or Darkseid?
No, he's not. Or Darkseid? No, he's not doing that.
No, he doesn't hold back against other Kryptonians. But those are Kryptonians and whatnot.
Peter Parker specifically, he holds back all the time, and it was shown when Doc Ock switched bodies with him, and Doc Ock just threw a regular, not even like a hard punch, and he knocked this guy's jaw off, and he realized oh shit, Spider-Man could have killed
But
me.
they do this quite
numerous
often.
times.
It's a trope that they use with a lot of superheroes. Is like once they hit a certain level, they want to hold the character back because I think it's because you've already realized to a certain point, particularly with Superman, that they pretty much wrote the character to be a god.
Well, and Superboy
I-
Prime in particular. if
well,
you know
well,
about-
well, that's a good storyline to add into it. But as a writer, when you're looking at these characters and you're like, oh, I'm picking up a character that's been given so many abilities throughout the years to fit the narrative, and now that character, people are going to be like, well, why doesn't he just do this because he can do that? And why doesn't he do this because he can do that? Why doesn't he do this? And the fact of the matter is like characters like Superman and like different incarnations of Spider-Man and different incarnations of a lot of these superheroes. And after a while of adding so much, that like particularly with Dragon Ball, where they get so they tell the story about his power just keeps on getting bigger and bigger, and then you have One Punch Man,
Saitama,
and like you just make a god character eventually. You have to nerf it.
Yeah, and here, speaking of god characters, my problem with Super / Battle of Gods is that there's no big, like, you have a big threat you can't defeat. You got Beerus and Whis.
Well, you had
How
Jiren, you had Broly,
Yeah, but eventually you could defeat those characters. but,
Khalifa.
like, if you train. But how are you going to defeat Beerus, Lord Zeno, the father of the angels, right? How are you going to beat them? How? As
Yeah.
Goku or Vegeta? There's no stakes. Like, the stakes are they can't defeat them.
Yeah,
And I don't like.
I've seen a lot of fan.
When you do a story like that.
Yeah, I've
It
seen a
makes
lot
no
of
sense.
I've seen a lot of fan animations where they, put them up against, Xenu or they lock
Zeno.
Zeno. They lock Goku away in the
The
chamber of
chamber,
time
yeah,
and spirit
that's
for like 1,000 years, and he comes out as this like beast, and he's all pissed off. But that's all
what are
fan
you,
stuff.
guys, what are you? Since
Dave or
Dana kinda
Vagabond?
answered it, what are your? Go ahead.
I'd like to hear from one of the three. I mean, it's been the three of us kind of like arguing back and forth on this one. So Dave, Vagabond, Syphax,
What are
when
your
it comes
thoughts
to
on
these
God
characters,
what
they
do you think about them?
I just think that
does it
they are.
cheapen the blow or not? Go for it, guys.
Oh,
Who do you want to go first?
I never
Go ahead,
I never
Vagabond.
got that far. I never got
Oh.
that far, so I can't really speak on it.
Oh,
Okay.
I think it ruins the series. So basically, it's like there's a never ending. Well, it's not that. It's just I think the story was just dumb, right? Well, so first you got the guy that's like the Goku Black Arc or whatever.
Mhm.
I know you got the funny meme out of it, but
Yeah,
outside,
Zamasu.
outside of the funny meme, you can't kill the guy. So they destroy his body. He becomes a pink mist cloud in the air, laughing.
Yeah.
And then, so since you can't kill him, you have to summon a god to make another universe or whatever. So now there's two of them in the universe when it's supposed to be one. And then
Go back in time and prevent it from happening.
yeah, then the other thing, it feels like they're just retconning this stuff or whatever.
It's absolute retconning, absolutely.
Yeah, because like, okay, so then you're like, oh well, Frieza was destroying Namek because he asked for permission from Beerus, which I think that's just stupid.
That was bullshit. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that. That sounds stupid.
Yeah.
The aspect of kind of like nerfing the character after you've made him go god level, you feel like that destroys it, you say, or you feel like having him go god level is destroying the series?
Well, there's even the god level stuff because okay, what cheapens it is I think Super also cheapens what how unique a Super Saiyan was, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Super Saiyan was like this whole unique thing, and now thanks to Super, now you got gold, like you got gold Frieza, you got orange Piccolo. Then it was like being a Super Saiyan wasn't really that special thing the whole entire time. If everyone gets all these power ups or whatever, right?
Yeah,
And
Vegeta has the Ultra Rage, and then Goku has Ultra Instinct. And,
yeah, it's like everyone just gets everything now.
Yeah.
This and so I guess the whole thing with Super, I don't like Super at all. I know a lot of people like it, but it ruins the storytelling aspects of Dragon Ball for me. Does Dragon Ball have holes in it? Of course, boy,
Yeah.
it's Super just took it to like a whole nother level or whatever.
Are,
And
are
then
there are there parts of Super that you enjoyed at least, or everything do you
I
scrap it?
the only thing I could like about Super was Master Roshi going back on technique, which to me was a homage to Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
where Master Roshi pretends to be I forgot the guy's name. B is another martial artist.
Jackie Chung.
Yeah, to show that there's always, you don't, even if you're the most powerful person out there, there's still technique and stuff
Yeah.
for Goku to go learn.
Strategies.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But other than that, I pretty much, I hate the other universes where it's like, oh well, actually there are still Saiyans around. They're just in another dimension.
Yeah, Khalifa and all of them.
Yeah.
What did you think about Trunks when he did the super spirit bomb with his sword?
I mean, it was
I don't-
cool. I hate the whole concept of Super. I just
Gotcha.
like,
Okay. I thought
Super-
I thought it was a cool scene, but I agree with you there.
yeah, like yeah, I just Super I just can't get into. And then the last thing, the reason why I hate Super is we didn't get launch.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
so
about-
Dave, what are your thoughts on this about the gods aspect in Dragon Ball? Go for it.
I'm just the problem is characters that have flaws are really connectable to the audience. That's why
Yeah.
Peter Parker does so well. He has flaws. And what happens is when you make a godlike character, you also, I don't know why, you take away their flaws. And I don't think you should take away a character's flaws because he has godlike powers. And I feel like, oh, well, there's more powerful gods out there, or oh, he's being nerfed. I feel like these are unplanned events. They're retcons. They don't know. And there is ways to make god characters interesting. You could just take a line, like, so if someone is perfect, there would be people to tear them down. And like, why don't people like talk about that? And like, just a simple line can make a god feel human. And this has been done in a lot of different novels. It's been done in some comic books. It's been done in anime. But like, you can make a god character human or have a flaw if you're like, well, you could save everyone. There's no challenge. You're boring. You're this. And then like have them cut off and be like, no, I can hear everyone. I can't save them. I can't always be there to save everyone. And then in 1 second, in one small paragraph, you have a flawed character. The problem with Dragon Ball Z as it moved on and Superman in some dimensions, I know there's a million different timelines of Superman,
Oh, yeah.
is that they become absolutely perfect. And I just remember this is why I didn't like Hulk Hogan as a kid. I didn't like Superman as a kid. I didn't like the perfect characters because I'd be like, why am I going to fucking read this? He's going to win. You know what I mean? There's no challenge, like with a Daredevil, a Punisher, even a Spider-Man, Batman depends when he gets too OP. I'm a huge Batman fan until he's like, I need prep time. I can defeat everyone. Then I'm like, I'm Batman. But there has to be bravery. And that's the problem with a lot of these god characters. There's no more bravery. It's like, I'm perfect. Look at me. Oh, and it's just, if you cannot be hurt and you're invincible and no one's at your level, you kind of are not a hero at that time. You're just checking in. You're like, all right, what do I got to do? Stop a train. Got it. There's nothing heroic about it. So I feel like Dragon Ball is a little different because the series is so long. So I don't mean to pick on it, but
No.
it also
We're
could run
talking
in the
about
same
it. That was cool.
you can talk about the same problem, is that if you make your character OP, they stop being a hero. And that's what you have to be careful with.
I can see
And
it.
I feel like sometimes Superman with certain writers is like, oh, that's amazing. And then sometimes you're like, I'm not going to read this.
Like the death of Superman, like coming back.
Yeah, that, and also like when the really famous one, I don't know how famous it is, but in Japan, this is like the number one, where just Superman talks to the woman off the ledge. that to me is like, oh, he's actually a hero. He's actually doing something. And
well, you used to
there's
get that a
times
lot with
where
the old George Reeves Superman, right? You know,
Yeah.
and you go back to your okay, it's more than just the action sequences that you're gonna get. That because I mean, you can create an action sequence and it's gonna be really great, but it's not gonna go, okay, well, that's the hero, that's the villain. That's the action sequences aren't going to define your character, but then you get uh we made comparisons earlier to GI Joe and He-Man and a few other cartoons saying where you get like the moral of the story. And remember, kids, never do drugs. And you have the moral of the story, or you have Superman going, now, citizen, you don't want to jump off the ledge of that building. It'll make you have a bad day. When
I think it's a little deeper than that if you're jumping off the building.
But what I'm trying to say is, like when you're creating a character, especially for a younger generation. I mean, we're mostly adults here talking about kids' content most of the time, and I keep on reminding myself this as we're talking about a lot of kids' content. So a lot of these shows, like that we've been talking about, have a basis in like we're going to try to create a moral as well as create the perfect character. And how do you define what is your good guy? I mean, they turned Superman into a pretty much of a douchebag in a couple movies.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, and they turned him into a douchebag. I mean, that wasn't a hero, especially in the world that I grew up in, where we had like Mr. T in a TV series, where we had Sergeant Slaughter on GI Joe, and we had grew up with the Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling and all these other shows that I grew up with.
Well, I would also add too, right? So when Superman's originally written, right, he wasn't like too powerful where a regular human couldn't like do anything to him. It was, he didn't fly, he could jump over buildings or whatever. He could leap over buildings.
He could shoot little Superman out of his hands.
Yeah, he could stop, he could stop a speeding bullet, but it wasn't like he was completely invincible to the normal man. Even when Dragon Ball first started, a normal human could still have somewhat of an advantage. But the problem is, as more writers or a series progresses, they just like, okay, let's just make them more stronger. Then they pretty much like even the regular human characters in Dragon Ball they pretty much written them out of the show because they can't really do anything because they can't train as hard as a Saiyan can or whatever, right? So you kind of write yourself into a corner because you keep trying to like outdo how powerful the character originally was written for. So I think that's also part of the problem.
Yeah.
Vagabond, hold on a second. Theta has to step out. And
oh no, it's Dave. Dave's got to step out.
Oh, sorry.
And me too. I didn't sleep last night, and I've.
What we'll do is we'll call it here in a few minutes, but we're gonna let everybody who has to go do their goodbyes, and we'll cover up the last of our topic. Absolutely. But real quick, Dave, tell us how we can find you. Tell everybody where to find you at, and what you'll be doing next.
No problem. I am a retired nerd living in Yokohama, Japan. I have worked.
You live in Japan?
Media. Yeah. I live in Yokohama.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I got to work in pro wrestling, got to work in anime, manga, and I've just lived a very good life. I'm retired now.
You've lived my dream life.
Thank you. Well, if you ever come over, we'll meet up for a high five.
Yeah, dude.
But I started a new blog called kokohama.com, KOCOHAMA.com. It is a blog in Japanese and English that covers sports and entertainment from Yokohama and beyond. I have a lot of streams under Coco Sports and Coco Plays. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I don't do many podcasts because I have to wake up like 7 o'clock in the morning, and all my friends, most of my friends are Japanese now, so it was nice to be able to speak English. And yeah,
Oh,
I hope
so
I
you
didn't. I,
speak, do you speak fluent Japanese?
no.
You speak
Japanese
broken.
is-
You speak broken Japanese, right? Like you
yeah,
know a
yeah.
little bit.
I get by. I get by.
Cool.
It's one of those things in Japan. Like a lot of people say how great they are at speaking, and it's just no. Like because I feel like speaking Japanese is probably one of the most. I don't want to say overrated things. It is though, but that's another topic. But it's the most overbragged thing. Like I'll meet
Gotcha.
people and they're like, "My Japanese is fantastic," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man. How's yours?" Not so good. And then they'll be like, "All right, I'll handle the order," and they're like, "Burger, photo, point now," and then he'll be like, "Yeah, did you see that?"
Dude, it was.
I'd like to learn how to speak Gaelic and Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't think the
Nice.
Japanese speak Gaelic.
No. But I'm saying two different.
No, I'm sorry. That was a joke. Bad joke.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that like Dave, it was fun having you on. Hopefully we can get
No
you back on in the future. It was great, man. It was really entertaining.
No problem.
Yeah.
We greatly
Everybody
appreciate
here
you.
tonight's had great opinions and great conversation.
I just posted your Twitter link inside the chat. Feel free to, after the show, when you get a chance, send me all your links, and I'll make sure they're in the description of the episode. And also, I'll send you a collaboration request, so that way you're
Dude,
marked as a
you should
collaborator on the episode.
You should come back at some point to do wrestling talk, dude. I missed that. You know,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
I actually thought about doing a wrestling talk. The problem I have is like I know it sounds weird. It's twofold. I've worked in a business, so like I could just pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, that didn't work. That did work." And then the second thing is that like I feel like the English audience is so tribalistic that they don't really have opinions. Like I feel like if I say company A had a good opener, and then segment B sucked and segment C was solid, they'd be like, "You just hate everything."
Bring
And I
back
feel
Doink the Clown.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Doink the
just-
Clown and the Bushwhackers.
Because not for nothing, dude. Like you, when you used to do a show with Boom Boom, and you used to do Wrestling Rant, and he goes by Rantin' Reviewers now, but
yeah,
you guys
he's a
were
good dude.
awesome. Like, is it you can't find a co-host to do a show, or
It's a little bit the co-host thing, but it's more of
I have a co-host for you for this show right here. This guy right here.
oh, nice.
hey, I don't want to brag, but I'll brag, right?
Yeah, if you want to do a wrestling show, you know, we can also bring in this guy right here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to work something out. But
Yeah, well,
yeah.
dude,
don't
we
for-
could do
don't,
that.
Don't forget me. I was a huge
You
proponent for
if you want to talk,
90s.
I
80s,
haven't
and
watched
90s.
wrestling since like 2000s, man. So I
But you know,
wouldn't know shit about any
but
new
dude,
stuff.
Cyphex, we can have the perspective of somebody that used to watch.
Well,
I
but
can sit there
and that's
know
the
that.
same with me. Like I followed the ECW, WCW, WWF, into the WWE time period. So
and if you want to talk
the 83
Captain Lou Albano, I'm there.
Nice.
You know.
And dude, also promote your book, man. Promote your books that you have, Operation Freak Show, and because you're an author.
So, yeah, I'm a novelist. I started off as a ghostwriter and working in anime and manga it's basically a ghostwriter, but they call it story structure. But I would always go to people and I'd be like, "Hey man, I'm a writer." And they're like, "What have you written?" I'm like, NDA, NDA, NDA. And I had like 100 books under my belt. So I decided to write under my own name. And I wrote Operation Freak Show, which is a dark thriller. And then I wrote Lucky the Orphan. And then I have like 4 or 5 books coming out this year. And it was, I don't want to say I'm a sellout, but I would always do stuff for money first.
yeah,
And
Well, you
got
gotta
to the
look after
point-
yourself, right?
Yeah, well, it got to a point where like I'd meet you guys, be like, "I'm a writer. What have you done?" We're like, "Well, I worked for other people."
yeah.
And
It's
it got to the point where like, I'm just gonna make my own stuff.
writing and stuff. Too, so.
Yeah, you got to write your own stuff. You know, I mean, you have an idea, put it down. You know, I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
And not for nothing, Dave, but like what has Boom Boom done recently, or wrestling?
Boom Boom works in news, and
Okay.
he just moved, and he just got a promotion.
Okay.
So he's in charge of a whole news section. So yeah,
'cause
he's a
I was
news producer,
thinking-
but like at a pretty high level.
Because I was
If you need
thinking maybe
if you need somebody to work underneath you or something, I'm available for
Yeah.
for
Well, we can definitely talk off air.
So,
'Cause,
so when you say boom boom, first thing that comes to mind to me is King Kong Bundy.
yeah.
Just saying. People keep on saying boom boom, and I'm like, King Kong Bundy. What were we talking?
No,
Yeah,
no,
King Kong
Jack-
Bundy
Boom
and me
Boom was
came
his
from the same
co-host.
neighborhood.
Boom Boom was his co-host back in the day.
Yeah, well,
and I remember
because
watching
he had to use a nickname because we were on YouTube and maybe we got a couple thousands of views, but he was on like real television, so we could never use his real name. And then it just stuck. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
and Wrestling Rant, and that's another person. Like maybe we could do a wrestling show. If you could somehow talk to them to bring them on, I'd like to invite them and talk.
Yeah, the big thing is just I think all of us would love to do it. It's just catching us in time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I live in
We'll plan it
Japan.
out. We'll plan the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
whenever
yeah.
they can do it, because it'd be cool to do that.
Well, we all have platforms that and
yeah. Promote your book. Promote your books that you have. Like
Yeah.
Operation Freak Show and
Operation Freak Show and Lucky the Orphan. Those are the two that are under my name, and hopefully I'll have 4 or 5 this year. But it's weird because like I used to work in big companies, and you're like, well, I hate that I have to answer to so many people. And then you start your own company and like, oh God, I wish I had people to answer to.
I know the feeling, man.
Because like a lot of times you're like, oh, stupid Susan, she takes forever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, God damn it, now I got to do Susan's job. So it's kind of funny to go from giant corporations to do it on your own, because like it's just freedom. So when you first leave a giant corporation, you're like, I got the freedom. I can do whatever I want. And then like 48 hours later, you're like, oh my God, I got the freedom.
What do I do?
Everything.
What do I do?
Yeah,
What do I do?
yeah.
Well, so your books, what genre would you say that they are?
Freak Show is a coming Freak Show is not a coming of age story. It's a very dark thriller. Freak Show is a very dark thriller.
Sounds good.
And it's about
it's about a murderer that comes to age.
If it's with the P word, just
the
say.
The thing is, it's really dark. It's basically a bunch of it.
Hold on, because we're on the YouTubes. If it's the P thing, just say predators.
Yeah. So a bunch
Don't
of guys.
use the actual word.
Yeah. A bunch of professionals. One of them realizes they're dying, and
Is it
they're
Leon?
friends. They're friends with a young girl, and a young girl gets murdered, and other stuff happens to her. So they decide, with their very little bit of time, that they're going to end a lot of the people that are on a certain list.
Yeah,
and that's what it's basically about. Yeah.
The Steens list.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And then the other one is just, I grew up as an orphan, and it's a coming of age story about getting a Nintendo. And I always tell people it's like 10% true, 5% fact, 5% fiction, 90% over exaggerated BS for entertainment.
Exactly.
So it's just a coming of age story. And then
Very important question though, which Nintendo?
The original Nintendo.
The original
Okay,
NES.
okay. I want this book.
the
I
NES.
already want to read it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good
It
promotion.
takes place in the 80s, and then I plan on writing a lot more. I have like 4 books done, and we have the covers, but it's just getting everything set up. And it's weird because like, when I worked for a corporation, I was like, I don't care if it sells. That's not true.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
It is
that's
true,
not
but
true.
it isn't. Like you want it to do good
Yeah.
out of pride, but like your money doesn't change. Like if you write an anime and manga and it fails, you're like, all right, on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
So this
Go ahead.
coming of age story, will it be available?
that
in
one's
English?
out already on.
Oh, it's
Amazon.
already out. So
What's it
Yeah,
called?
yeah.
What's the coming of age? called?
Lucky the Orphan.
Lucky
Lucky
the
the
Orphan,
Orphan.
and it's available in English, not just the Japanese.
It's only available in English.
Oh.
We're doing the translation now. Yeah,
Oh,
I signed a publishing deal in
cool.
America, and then I don't know, like
Well, I have five.
publishing in like the 80s and 90s were like, hell yeah, we're part of a team. Publishing now is like, oh, sell as many books as you can and do everything. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well,
exactly.
What are you doing?
Amazon KDP and stuff like that. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Publishing.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
I have 5 books that I'm in the middle of writing, and I'm the type of person that's like, I get frustrated with one thing and I move over to the next thing, and I never finish something. So I need to.
Yeah,
get
that's very common.
Yeah.
What if you don't mind, because I've been writing for years.
Yeah.
One thing that helps with that is just give yourself a drop dead time.
Yeah.
Because most writers love the plot and the idea. Anyone can do that. Plot and ideas, I know it's very heartbreaking here, but like your ideas suck. No one
Yeah.
fucking cares about your ideas.
Yeah.
It's the execution. Everyone has an idea.
Exactly.
You have to actually do it. And coming up with the ideas is kind of easy if you're just a little bit creative.
Yeah.
You know, starting a book, you're really excited. But then you hit about the 80% mark,
That's about.
and it is the most painful fucking thing in the world.
I'd say
And it's
70 to 80. Yeah. around
yeah,
there.
70 to 80%. You're like, what the fuck? This is like
Because you
get
start to
mad.
think about like, how am I going to end this in a way where I really like hit it out of the park, like get the message across.
I heard this saying is if you're gonna start a story, and I could be wrong on this, I heard think of the ending and do the ending first, and then start
that's what
from
I've
there.
heard too. But
That way you don't have writer's block. Oh my god, how do I finish this epic tale? You
But-
already have the ending in your mind. Just
a lot. Sorry, a lot of mysteries are that way.
yeah,
A lot of mysteries.
I just
start
want to
backward.
point out that you've been trying to go and get something to eat for breakfast, and we found to keep on finding a way to keep
yeah,
you on.
so, yeah.
yeah, dude. Sorry.
I
We-
apologize.
Yeah.
So you need to go and get something
yeah,
to eat.
so
Well,
we-
I'm really interested. Like me too. Like I'm starving. I didn't sleep last night, and I had to get up and unload a truck and work a 12-hour shift.
Dave,
We'll make sure that
hopefully we can
everybody
talk
gets
later. Like
everybody connects. We'll make sure everybody connects.
every-
though.
you know, like on Discord or whatever, we can.
Yeah.
chat
I
sometime.
already followed
Dave.
you on X. So
Appreciate it.
Like,
All
it was
right,
fun
thank
talking
you
to you, dude. It
guys.
was. Thank you
It
for
was
being
a
on.
lot of fun, but I gotta head out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
head out and take care. All right.
Nice to
We'll
meet
see you
man.
again
Have a good one,
soon.
man.
Be
Take care.
safe, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, thank you.
Theta of Nerd Archaeology, you also got to head out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is my birthday weekend. Monday, the 24th is my birthday. I will be turning 43. Shit. That's a scary number. But
Oh,
yeah.
I turned 43 shit a long time ago.
Well, yeah. I've been having a midlife crisis since 26. So it only gets worse every year. But anyway, yeah, this weekend we're gonna have a just a bunch of streams, have a bunch of fun, and Sunday I'll be watching my favorite movie, and I'll leave that up to you to figure out. I think that if you know me well enough, you can probably figure it out. But it's not the one that you're thinking of, KJ. But yeah, we're gonna have fun this weekend, and I hope that you'll join
We're
us.
not going to watch Boogie Nights, the uncut edition.
Well, shit. Never mind. I'll have to think of something else. No. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time this weekend, and hopefully you'll drop by and say hi, and hope that y'all have a great weekend as well. Thank you for having me. This was a great conversation. A lot of great people on the panel tonight, and
Join
yeah,
Theta of Nerd Archaeology. I'm going to.
yeah.
As usual, you'll be part of the collab list. I already sent you a link for the last show you were on. You didn't accept that one yet. So.
Oh, okay. I'll accept it. But yeah, you can follow me on Theta of Nerd Archaeology, and then I have another channel, just Nerd Archaeology. That's where I'll be putting my video essays for ambiguous endings, explained films, TV shows, cartoons, stuff like that. And then on my Theta of Nerd Archaeology, be continuing to do live streams and shorts and stuff like that.
And because we're trying to grow everybody's networks, today I've been posting everybody's Twitter pages. Well, usually I post in the chat everybody's YouTube pages, but I was going with Twitter pages today because we want to get everybody involved in making sure that everybody's Twitter's growing today.
Yeah, I've been copying and following and subscribing to all the channels and the link trees and stuff. So yeah, everybody preserve the lore because the dig never ends. And I hope to see you this weekend sometime. If not, I hope that you have a great weekend. I love you all.
Later. Be safe.
Bye.
And I'll call you after the show because we want to discuss your birthday. So we got some ideas for your birthday and everything. So we'd like to discuss that when we get a chance.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Real quick, the last show I wanted to mention because Mr. T, remember this show?
All right. See y'all later.
Be safe.
Have a good
I'm
one,
not sure if you guys remember this show, Hanna-Barbera Television. Now we were talking about the Super Friends, and this is like kind of like the Mr. T version of the Super Friends. He's pretty much hanging out with Team USA, a bunch of gymnasts, and a dog. I spent a lot of time watching this. It was classic. I'm not sure if you guys remember it. But this was a big piece of my childhood. Also, wanted to give a shout out to. We were talking about like some of the other characters that I watched when I was young, which was Super Mario Brothers Super Show with Captain Lou Albano. You remember that one?
Yes.
Classic. Captain Lou was my first experience to a particular female starlet. You might remember her with Girls Just Want to Have Fun and several other hits. But he played her uncle in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. He also played her uncle in on WWF, and that would be now my brain's not turning over on all fours. But I remember watching like Captain Lou all the time, and that was my strike into what eventually became WWF. And that's pretty much my entire list. Do you have any honorable mentions, King or you, Vagabond? Any honorable mentions before we go to the shows?
The Gary Coleman cartoon.
Oh yeah,
I liked it. I don't know. Some people didn't, but so.
Hey, you know what? It was a big part of my childhood too.
Or the Harlem Globetrotters cartoon.
Yeah, the Harlem Globetrotters cartoons. Or every time the Harlem Globetrotters went, and that was another Hanna-Barbera thing. And then they also did the Harlem Globetrotters on Scooby Doo quite regularly.
Yeah, the Scooby movies or what was
the Scooby Doo mysteries, or
I think it was because they would do like they have the Adam West Batman. And stuff like that.
Yeah, the Adam West Batman, and like those were the few times that you actually had a couple of times you had the Adam West Batman, and then you had Casey Kasem also doing Robin in one form on that exact same show. So you had Casey Kasem playing multiple characters on the Scooby-Doo movies. Hey, King, you still with us? What about you, Cyphex? Do you have any honorable mentions for tonight, whether it be cartoons from back in the day or even sports action heroes that made their way into movies?
Well, from the stuff that you were mentioning, it sounds more like late 80s, like early 90s. I was born in 89, so I was born very late 80s, but so I grew up more in the 90s. So my kind of stuff that I was watching growing up would be stuff like Street Sharks, Bikers, you know, like Biker Mice from Mars, shit like that was like, you know, a bunch of stuff that those are ones that I kind of remember, you know, the old school like Saturday morning cartoon bullshit, you know, like when you actually wanted to get up early to watch, you actually got up to watch your favorite shows and whatever. I mean, the kids nowadays never have to worry about that. They just watch everything on fucking streaming services. You don't gotta dedicate waking up at a certain time to catch something at exactly 8:30 or whatever. You don't got to do that anymore. So I mean, that was always cool to do. But some of those shows, I are Gargoyles. I rock a Gargoyles shirt
Gargoyles,
every now and
yeah,
then.
all day
Gargoyles
long.
is great. But it's like, a lot of them, like I remember them being really good, and one of these days I'll try to rewatch some of them, because it's like, who knows if they really hold up. But one thing I did want to mention, and what I found interesting about, especially the way you guys are talking about stuff, is how we actually had heroes back in the day, something you would actually look up to, and you like idolize these characters. I don't really feel like I don't hear anything about characters like that for today's generation. And when you were like, hey, we normally talk about stuff from, being a kid, and it's like, yeah, there's a reason for it. It's because it still resonates and it still works. You could show kids nowadays these characters and it would probably resonate with them. Like the stuff that's coming out nowadays, you're probably not going to be able to do that with. There's no heroics left. There's no
role model.
Yeah, there's no role models for. There's nothing you're looking at where it's like, the only things that I've noticed. I mean, it's another thing we've talked about, which is anime. Anime's blown up to where it's like a lot of kids are watching anime now, and it's like, hey, I mean that kind of works, but it's like, where's the American stuff for the American children? Where's your all American action heroes kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Where's that stuff? Where's the role model for today? And it's like, you don't really have that. You got to literally go to the past to find it. So it's like, I wish they would do new stuff.
You're right, and it's the younger generation, unless they go back on it and they look at some of these like shows from the 70s and 80s and even early 90s. You used to get your moral at the end of the story. Remember, kid,
yeah, you get your PSAs and
always
stuff like
say
that.
no to drugs. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe!
Or, you'd be like, oh, God, pork chop sandwiches. No, I'm kidding. But it's like, if you remember those are the funniest things. The G.I. Joe, like the people who dubbed over them, like early days of the internet.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's hilarious, dude. When those first came out, I was like, this is great. And now the internet has devolved into just terribleness. But there's still good stuff. But watch those original G.I. Joe PSAs, that overdubbed ones. They're hilarious. They're great.
Oh yeah, I remember watching a few of those. They would like completely transform, like very good voice actors sitting there making their own
I'm gonna ride my motorcycle. It was just like dumb shit like that.
I mean, I do kind of have a theory though. So after 90s kids, right? Kids started going less and less adventures outside of the house, right? So and then everything is like they forced like fast-paced culture on the kids, right? Where with the invention of TikTok, where it's like,
well, the main thing obviously is the crazy access to the internet. All of a sudden, people had access to the internet. It's something that it's like, hey, if you could erase it, like a lot of people would be better off, but you'd miss out on so many awesome things the internet has provided as well. But it's like that is kind of the downfall of almost everything.
Oh, it's true.
Because it also actually does also translate the toys, right? So all the toys, if you know anime and manga toys, right? It's everything is like, let's rehash stuff for millennials and older to buy, right? It's nothing necessarily new for newer generations. And I think is part of it is like, okay, they don't got no action heroes. There's no, everything. Whenever there is like an icon, it doesn't last as long lasting as like a Street Shark or Ninja Turtles or something like that, right?
Well, and nostalgia sells so well that it's like most of the times when they're remaking this stuff, they're not making it for kids to play with. They're making it for the adults to buy because they didn't get to buy it when they were a child. And they're like, oh, dude, I remember this. Let me get one. It's only $8, dude. Whatever, $8 is nothing to me now. Who gives a shit? And
that's why I got my
cool toy.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man: No Way Home was just for that reason, to sell the nostalgia of things. Seems like also a lot of the Marvel content that Disney's putting out there is okay. We're just going to sell nostalgia. I think of the three things that Disney knows how to sell, it's nostalgia, girl crap, and something else that I am my saying.
Well, their
possibly gets me
problem,
canceled.
and Chris Gore kind of nailed it on his tweet a few years ago, is like, turning Star Wars into a girls brand. And that's what Disney does. It takes the
Yeah.
IPs they got and they try to turn them into girls brands.
Well, that's
And it's
because
like, that just doesn't work. It'll never work. It'll
Walt
never
Disney built
sell.
his company off of trying to please three daughters.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it worked when you're doing like, what's it called? Like old school fiction, and like that's what's it called? Like God, I'm blanking on the word. Not bedtime stories, but like those kind of like folksy tales. It was there's a word for it. It's like the stuff from the Brothers Grimm, but it's
Yeah.
like the new age version. They took stories like that and they just made like the happier versions of them, and
What-
they sold that.
There is a difference though, right? So a lot of the Disney stories that Walt Disney even made was like they're everlasting, right? Because a lot of us that watch them,
Oh, fairy tale. I don't know why I was blanking on the
Oh.
word fairy tales. They took fairy tales and basically animated them.
right?
Yeah. All right.
But like but the way they're written, right, from Disney, when Walt was still there, is that like any person, any age can watch it at any time in the millennia afterward and like relate.
Yeah, they're timeless.
Yeah, but now
That's-
everything's written for the time period it's in and only lasts so long.
To quote,
Yeah, that's why making stuff for the modern audience, because the modern audience doesn't exist. Like, obviously that's true for movies, TV shows, any of this stuff. It doesn't exist. And one of the biggest problems I find, at least, is like modern vernacular. Like even watching the Odyssey, I just watched it the other day finally, and I
Yeah.
was like, dude, this fucking dialogue is trash. Like it's really, really bad. And there's like 3 good scenes in a 3-hour movie, and I'm like, I'm not ever going to watch this again. But it's like I can watch something like Lord of the Rings, and it's like use the vernacular for your setting. Maybe not for the time, because obviously it's a fantasy story, but it's like it's a fantasy story set in like a medieval style / kind of obviously fantasy style medieval setting, and it's like talk like what your surroundings look like. Damn it, like just do
Yeah.
that. But it's like that'll Lord of the Rings will be timeless because they're awesome movies, but it's like most of the stuff that's coming out today, just the way that they talk, the way that they act or whatever, it's like that's not going to last, man. Like you were just saying, it'll last a couple of years. And there's a reason why so many movies you just walk out of it and you've kind of forgot half the movie by the time you get to your car.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell did I just watch again? What even was that?
Like-
see, that's a problem as well. So, I'm going to just approach the two things. Is like, first of all, your most recent is that they are making very unforgettable films. They want you to be in it for the minute, and that's a problem, because if you're in it for the minute, give me a piece of in it for the minute for a theme park adventure. Don't give me in it for the minute for a large feature. And then secondly, regarding the making a movie for the modern generation, I just heard a new thing just recently regarding what they were talking about with where they want to go with the content on Amazon's content, and Amazon wants to go with making features for the next generation, not for the new generation, but the next generation. So now they're like they're realizing that even the kids that they're making this stuff for aren't buying the schlock. So they're trying to think into the future for somebody who's not going to buy it 10 years from now.
Well, what's actually kind of working, or what could work about that, is like the generation that they're trying to aim for, or that they've been trying to aim for, is the generation that stopped going to the movies, stopped, obviously they went through the COVID stuff. It's a bunch of people who had to miss a couple of years of school, or, they're a little behind because They have like no social interaction. They don't want to go do social things. You know, you hear stuff like, I mean, obviously I'm the resident alcoholic on DA's stream and whatnot, because I used to go out all the time and party and do fun shit and whatever. But it's like, you don't hear about that anymore. You never hear about people doing all that stuff anymore. And like, so they're trying to target a generation of people who don't interact that like that. So that's why you get a lot of weird, awkward movies and weird, awkward dialogue. And because it comes from writers who grew up around not being like that. Like, it's their version in their head of what it would be like, and it's like, that's not how any of this shit works, dude. Like, that's not how any of this would go down.
I think to add to that too, right? So a lot of these modern writers are not writing to tell, besides not telling the time the story, it's like they're trying to force you into an opinion, right? As
yeah, that too.
Because
agenda writers.
Yeah, so and I don't guys remember, there's a book that Gothics used to reference all the time, where it was like how to spread communism and stuff in, and it was like basically just get into mediums of entertainment. And
yeah, it's like a 1970s book or whatever.
Yeah, and then it was like how to spread communism in the United States or whatever, right? And the way they would do that was get into any sort of entertainment medium, get in there and just start writing all your propaganda pieces in there. And so that's also what's happened, and that's kind of what they've done for the modern, quote unquote, modern audience.
Yeah, and like the thing that doesn't work for it is like, because the idea of something like socialism and communism, it works in like a village, you know, like you got 30 people in there, or you got 100 people, everybody has a skill or something, you know, and then you share in between those things. Yeah, that stops working once you get like, let's say 10,000 people. Now you got 20,000. You know, all these countries have 1 million people. You can't share with 1 million fucking people. Like, that just doesn't work. So those skills it doesn't apply anymore. And it's like that. It's like, in theory, in a bubble, literally in a bubble, which is what they live in. That's why it sounds good to them, because they're like, well, I only interact with like 5 people. If we just shared everything, we'd be fine. It's like, yeah, but you want everybody to share. Like, that's not how it's going to get anybody, or it's going to get nobody anywhere. Everybody's going to be screwed, because they're like, well, I want that from over there. Well, that's halfway across the state. Now you got to get a trucker to do it. Who's going to pay the trucker to do it? And now all of a sudden, now you get capitalism, because it's like, well, I'm going to need more if I'm going to do that. And ta-da, capitalism.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
real quick, I must want to address chat real quick. Bo was asking if there was an animated series that had Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson fighting crime. And yes, we talked about that
you
one
mentioned it
earlier, and that was Pro Stars. It was one that we spoke about earlier in the show, and it's a good piece of my childhood, particularly early 90s. If anybody remembers that, Bo did everything, and I think even then, like that catchphrase "Bo knows" was even used in that over and over again as well. Also, Jamie, thank you. Yes, Cyndi Lauper. That was the name I've been trying to think of. My brain stopped clicking on all 4 cylinders when I ran out of coffee. So much appreciate that, Jamie. Back to our topic real quick. So yeah, no, you're right. They have turned into propaganda writers, and we're not getting the storylines that we were, and we don't have those heroes and those morals of the stories, and everything that we grew up with kind of has been turned into a nostalgia money grab. And a lot of these kids, as we were talking about earlier, I think they're not going to even see them unless they come across an old YouTube video where people are sharing out old episodes. And even then, what was it? The New Girl, the TV series, The New Girl. They had like these hipsters move in to the building, and they were showing off old episodes of Family Matters, and they're like, "Oh, this web series is really, really good," you know. And they didn't have the heart to tell these kids that it was an actual TV show in the 90s.
Yeah, New Girl was one of those like few. Like when did it come out? 2008, something
Yeah,
like that. It was
Wasn't that
one of
the
2008.
the
wasn't
newer.
that the female version of the Odd Couple slash what was that show on CBS? The one with the nerds. What was it called? I'm drawing a blank right now. I know what it is. Big
Like the
Bang
Big Bang
Theory. Big
Theory.
Bang
Big Bang
Theory.
It
Theory.
was like
Wasn't that
Big
the
Bang
female
Theory.
version of that? Except for it was less nerdy
Sorta,
and more of
sorta.
an Odd
Except there's
Couple
there's only
situation.
there's only one main. Well, there's one main female character. There's kind of
Yeah.
Wasn't there
two
another?
with
Wasn't
her and
there
her
another
best friend.
chick? Yeah, her
It-
best friend.
Yeah, it was
and
like
the
her
two,
best
and
friend.
the dudes and the guy roommates.
And then there
that
was
she's with.
four, and there was like 3 or 4 roommates, whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah,
so
it
there
was
was
like the Odd Couple meets
So
Big
there
Bang
was-
Theory for women.
It was
sort
a
of.
decent dynamic because it's like, sure, you had the weird cheesy girly shit, but it's like the dudes are actually pretty funny because each person was just a random like kind of like a stereotype come to life, but like a ridiculous version of it, and so it's like it kind of works for I would say most of the seasons, because like at the time I don't know, it's one of my exes I was watching it with, but it's like I've rewatched it like not too long ago, and I was like, a lot of it still kind of holds up. It's still pretty funny.
right, particularly the topics, but that one episode kind of stuck out to me when you were saying when we were talking about that whole like unless they come across it on YouTube or whatever, and like I don't think like these kids today will grow up knowing a show that has a moral at the end or anything. And I think because of the comics authority that we had that put a little stamp on the comics for not being violent and always have a moral, and even the same thing with cartoons back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and these kids today aren't going to get that. And like when we show off all our nerd content on our channels, and we get the 13 to 18-year-old bracket watching our channel when we're talking about nerd stuff, they get to see some of this stuff. It's like, oh well, if these guys were talking about it back then, and they just see a cartoon character head in a jar, they don't know that I'm 48 or 49, nearly 50. Unless I say something. And so they see us all talking about these things, and Syfax is kind of cool looking, and it's like if somebody this cool looking's willing to watch the show, I'm definitely gonna check it
I
out.
wouldn't go that far, but thank you.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm basic white guy number 3 in every video game, dude. It's fine. Like it's all right.
But when it comes down to it, we get the privilege of recommending these kids these shows that they probably wouldn't be watching on mainstream television today.
Which we should. That's our obligation. We have to teach the younger generation the older stuff, because they might like it and they might create something new out of it. You never know, right? They might take inspiration from older stuff. It happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because, dude, I watched the Thundercats and He-Man, and that was past my generation, and I still like it. That was in the 80s. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah,
So
I'm still
I
kind
like
of
it.
hurt when they did the kind of chibi style Thundercats.
That was terrible. They should have had the 2011 remake.
Yeah, I think they were trying to chase after the Teen Titans Go. I did like Teen Titans. I thought Teen Titans Go was funny, but I know that's an unpopular opinion.
It's fine, but I just didn't like the art style. I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to do like a children's version of Robot Chicken.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like animation, like, and I remember seeing Teen Titans Go, and I was like, the fuck is this animation? Like, and a lot of shows started to kind of do that. Like, they kind of brought it down to this, in my opinion, like a dumbed down version of what animation was used to go for, even if it was a children's show, for kids. I mean, just look at something like Gargoyles, or even some of the stuff we were talking about. It's like, sir, some of that older stuff, it's for its time, but some of the stuff was like at least kind of pushing the boundaries, like going for it.
I do have a
now
theory.
It just looks like they got lazy, dude. It just looks lazy art. Like,
yeah, I think it's because they can crank it out faster, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you got simple shaped characters, nothing too much detail. Crank out, because it was like I know Cowboy Dan's a Futurama fan.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. My original model was way too close to Matt Groening style art.
Yeah, but like, okay, a single episode just to have a completed episode of Futurama for one episode took like over a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Like per episode, and a lot of your shows were like that, right? And something like the what was it, the cow art style, what we were just talking about, not Teen Titans Go, but the other one, Thundercats Roar.
Yeah, Thundercats Roar. Yeah,
they can crank that out in a weekend. And see, that's the thing, they could I'm not saying in a weekend, but within a month of making an episode, as opposed to like a whole year's time.
Right.
I think that's probably why they were doing it.
It also helps now like with my character, like rigging of a model, especially when you're doing like CG animation, particularly, you can like there hardly much anymore do you see like cells, inks, and paints. Your ink and paint club doesn't exist anymore, hardly. And but I also feel like Teen Titans, somebody sat there like right after Teen Titans, kind of like the contract kind of expired. They wanted to keep those actors working, especially with DC Warner Brothers. So what they did was somebody was sitting there watching Cartoon Network, and this is my fan theory, fan canon out of my head. It's not real, but this is my theory, right? And somebody was sitting there watching Powerpuff Girls, and you know what? We could do that.
Yeah. So I think, yeah. So I do think it's part. Well, that's part of the partial reason. Is just like because we've seen a lot of things like, okay, how can we automate things to be a little faster or whatever, right? Because even when you'd have like Photoshop and stuff, you still had to take time to draw each scene or whatever.
Right. Well, a lot of case scenarios. I mean, you saw it with Hanna-Barbera back in the 70s and 80s. They reused the background sequences, flipped the background cell ups over, and then all of a sudden you have a mountain that was on that side of the screen, now on that side of the screen. You reuse this. How many times have they reused the same haunted house over and over again in Scooby-Doo?
Or even in Disney, we've seen it, right? Where the Robin Hood versus the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Where it's just a retracing.
Yeah, Baloo is literally
it's the same animations.
Color. Yeah, Baloo is now in the medieval ages now.
Yeah, and the same with Christopher Robin, and they traced
Winnie
over
the
that.
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, and Alice from Alice in Wonderland is the Wendy.
Also, the snake from Jungle Book was also in Robin Hood as well. They just put medieval clothes on him and changed his color a little bit. Same.
Also, the same with those same character drawings, and a lot of the same animation sequences were reused yet once again multiple times, particularly with Bedknobs and Broomsticks, where you see the Baloo character doing his little walk around, and the same animation looks exactly the same. The snake also in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the from the prince from Robin Hood was also in Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Supposedly the dance sequence from was it Snow White, or was it, it was Snow White. They recycled it for the Robin Hood movie.
Yeah,
I believe they did it for Beauty and the Beast. They recycle a lot of the dance things.
Cinderella.
Every time I'm looking over at Vagabond randomly, it's just like, I feel like he's pulling the trick from Scary Movie 3, where the lady's hat keeps getting bigger, except every time I look over, he's just covered in more and more cats.
Yeah.
Like every time it's just another cat just appears, and it's like, where the fuck did that one come from?
And every once in a while, his cat's meow, and my cat, who's sitting on my desk being annoying Q, he hears it from my headphones, and he looks up.
Yeah, I don't know if you hear one of the dogs. I'm like, so I was like, oh man,
dude, we're okay with having pets on the air. It's as long as it's like we could hear you and stuff. Like,
yeah.
It's not like super distracting. Like I have to mute
if my dog starts barking. You know.
Yeah, I'll mute if it gets like too crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good, dude.
So
It's not overboard.
we usually go about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So like we're at the right now because we usually do the whole we cover our few topics and then everything's like just a chat, and we usually cover just about every topic. But any other honorable mentions? I know I went through just about all mine.
Let's technically talk about Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, because recently for the new Karate Kid movie, they were given honorary black belts. So they are black belts because of that, actually.
The new Karate Kid movie.
The new one, new one after.
For a second there, I'm like, Ralph Macchio was not in that.
No, it was Karate Kid Legends. That's what it's called.
No, I was thinking about the next. I was thinking next Karate Kid, because when you said new Karate Kid, because like,
well, it might as well be, right?
I'm like,
because to me, that's this movie recently was more of the next Karate Kid than the Hilary Swank one. At least you had like Mr. Han from the original one with Jaden Smith, and you know.
And what was the Jaden Smith one? A new Karate Kid on the Block or something?
Yes, absolutely. Or Karate Kid in the Hood.
Well, see, I refused to watch that one, so I was like,
Kung Fu Kid.
It was like being a Karate Kid while sipping gin and juice in the hood, something like that. It had a weird title.
Yeah. Matter of fact, in Asia, they called it Kung Fu Kid. They don't call it the Karate Kid. Even Jackie Chan was like, "Why is it called the Karate Kid?" Even though it's an Easter egg, they should have called it Kung Fu Kid. We would have gotten the point. Mr. Moron.
Kung Fu Kid you it up, man. Kung Fu Kid you up.
Like, because if they would have just did that, that would have been fine. We get the nod. You're referencing the Karate Kid, but it's a different martial art with kid in it, the title.
I think it was one of those situations where I think it was one of those situations where Sony, I believe Sony owns the rights to that, right? Or,
also, Will Smith owns partial rights. I don't know if he owns full rights, but Sony and Will Smith own rights. Because remember, when Jaden Smith was casted, that's the reason why in the Karate Kid movie and in the Cobra Kai, he's credited as executive producer despite the fact he's not on set. Because he partially owns, or probably fully owns, the franchise, for all we know.
See, I think because they probably also wanted a nostalgia bait, so they just called it a Karate Kid.
Oh, absolutely.
That too. Absolutely.
And as we keep on saying, nostalgia sells, unfortunately. But when it comes down to the nostalgia selling, like it did right. They did right with Cobra Kai, where like other case scenarios, like you're gonna kind of like go, hey, nostalgia bait or not, like. It can make or break. Don't throw me. I don't like it when you throw nostalgia at me. I get it. You know, I'm old. I'm gonna have you take my money. You're gonna take my money anyway. Just by having a franchise, you're gonna take my money. So doing these constant reboots or constant we're gonna throw Tobey Maguire at me once again in one form or another. You're getting my money. You don't have to worry about that. Just
I feel like Cobra Kai did a pretty interesting thing where they actually just they looked at the characters that they were trying to make a new show about, and they logically thought, where would these people, based on what we know about them, probably end up in their 40s? And then you had Johnny being a complete douchebag in high school, and he ends up being kind of a loser middle-aged life. And then the guy who is, I mean, depending on how you see the movie, the good guy in it, like, goes on to be like, I don't know, kind of a douchey salesman. Like, it kind of works. You're just like, you could see those people ending up where they are in that show. And like when they do remakes and reboots and whatever, and it's like 20 years fucking later, it's like, I don't see these aren't the same people. Because it's like, even if obviously over 15, 20 years, you're going to change a bit, but fundamentally, you're probably still the same person. as you kind of were. Like most people, I don't want to say just because you peaked in high school, but like once you're in high school, that's kind of what your personality roughly is. And you just kind of build on that, adjust it, and hopefully it works out for you.
Miss
Yeah.
Sparkles, I sent you a stage invitation if you want to join us. It's at your Discord.
Well, I'm gonna be bouncing here in a minute because I'm gonna go grab a proper meal and then get ready for Anime Heads in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. After the stream, we're gonna go and watch it, right, Dan? We're gonna go
Yeah. Plus, I'm gonna be. We're gonna watch. We'll watch from after the stream. We'll even put it up on the thing here and have a little watch party. Two of us by ourselves here in the stage.
But because they did a reboot of Saved by the Bell, right? And then
yeah, it was terrible.
like,
but
which one?
They also did Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah,
I think they did like. I think
no,
they
it's
did
called
like
Bel Air to be exact.
They did. They did Bel Air. They did Saved by the Bell. They did Saved by the Bell, the new class.
They should have called it Dead Air because that's all they got, man. Nobody watched that shit.
They did Saved by the Bell, the college years, and then they did
felt bad
Saved
for
by the
Screech,
Bell, the new
Dustin,
series.
or whatever his name was.
Dustin Diamond. I know he was a dick, but like, dude, you're in that entertainment industry. You're gonna be an asshole. When he was dying of stage 4 cancer, right? He wanted to come back as a final role. They told him no, right? And then when he died, they're like, "Oh, we miss you, we love you," and I'm like, "Fuck you guys, Mario Lopez and all of you. You literally told him no. Stop acting like you cared about him all of a sudden. You should have said, "Look, we had a checkered past with him, but for his family, our hearts and condolences go out to them." If they would have said that way, I would have been like, "Okay, it's fine."
Yeah,
they didn't like them, but they were respectably said it that way. But now it's like, we love you, we miss you, Screech. No, you were fake.
Yeah, because there's also the thing too where it's like, oh, you have to agree or like the person to be able to work with them. Like,
No, you don't. In pro wrestling, there's a lot of people that don't like each other, and they work with each other all the time. Like Scott Steiner and DDP, they worked with each other.
Or even Mythbusters, right? Jamie and the other guy, you thought they were the best of friends. They
hated each other.
Yeah,
you don't have to like somebody. Even the American Picker guys on the History Channel didn't like each other in the final years.
It's like sometimes you just have like, if you just have like a good dynamic with somebody, it's like, but your personalities clash in real life. It's like, yeah, dude, just put on the face, make your bank, and then get the fuck out of there. You don't got to see them until the next episode.
We're not going to hang out at a diner.
How many times together. You just go to, dude? How many times for any of you with regular jobs or work in an office, whatever? There's always somebody you fucking hate. Just because you like don't like that person doesn't mean you're gonna stop showing up. Like, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like for example,
but it's
Austin
like, no,
St.
I'm still
John.
gonna come make my money. I'm just gonna try to not interact with them as much as I can.
Brooks and Dunn, for example, they hated each other. Crosby, Stills, and Nash ended up having some stuff eventually where they didn't like they were having issues.
Austin St. John and Jason David Frank, the Red and Green Ranger, they hated each other.
Yeah,
because but behind the scenes of. Go ahead, Vagabond. What are you gonna say?
Oh, no, you go ahead. I was just gonna say,
go ahead, man. Go.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, because basically it's like, okay, we need to create a product. We both make our money, and then we go our separate ways, and then come back when we need to.
Because I was shocked that, like, we had the Gold Ranger, even though it's the Black Ranger with some gold. It's like, that's not, by that logic, the White Ranger's the Gold Ranger because he has gold stuff on him. No.
Oh yeah.
But they brought him back in, and they still hated each other, but they were professionals about it. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to like each other. You just have to be professional and respectable enough where you can work with each other without killing each other or without shouting at each other every 5 minutes.
In a sense, you got the thought process of we're coworkers, or we're colleagues. No matter what my thought process is, whether it be ideological, political, religious, or even just like I'm a moron, which I can be on a regular basis, just a moron. And there's times I just talk out of my ass while I'm Googling, hoping I'm right. But, at the same time, like, you can choose to dislike me. You can choose to whatever. Just let's put some good content together. Let's see that we have a lovely lady on the screen. And King, can you give your best welcoming entrance?
Ladies and gentlemen, Halen from Parts Unknown. She's the sparkle in the stars. I give you Miss Sparkles.
Well,
Hey, I gotta do the wrestling stuff, dude.
She's Halen with parts of beauty. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Hello, how you guys doing? Hey.
Good.
From the obvious Twin Peaks of Washington. Like, wait, are they known for that? No.
They are now.
No, for the Space Needle.
So, anyway.
What are you guys talking about? I was gonna read you guys a poem that was mandatory for my kid to read in school and see what you guys think of it.
All right.
Ready? Okay. It's called This Body. This body, skin, noun. Number 1, sensitive, dry. C, Dove soap, olive oil, and share blah, something butter. C, middle school pimples plumping up. The night before picture day, always on the chin and nose. 2, dark. Number 2, dark. C, slave. C, the N-word. C, age 7. See yourself playing in the playground. When a white girl says, you must eat a lot of chocolate since your skin is so brown. Hair, noun. Number 1, C, in a simulation. C, smoke from the hot comb, crocheting your hair. The air, I mean. Burning a sacred incense. See your mama parting your hair. Bring iron to nap. Hold your ear, baby, she tells you, so she could press the Africa out. When black girls ask, is it real? Say yes. When white girls ask, can I touch it? Say no. Dorothy Pitt Hughes, comb yours out. Twist yours like black licorice, like lynching rope. Used on your ancestors' necks. Let it hang. Free. Hips. Noun. Number 1. Reference Cheryl Clifton, I don't know who that is, and every other big girl who knows how to work the hula hoop. Fat girls can't use a hula hoop. See Beyonce dance like her in the mirror. Don't be afraid of all your powers. Number 2, you will not fit in most places. Do not bend, squeeze, contort yourself. Be big, be brown, big wide smile, big hair, big wide hips. That's end.
Is that a real poem from your kids thing?
Yes, it even is graded.
Your kid wrote that, or your kid wrote?
He had to read it. It's part of the academy.
I mean, to be fair, it's very memorable, and I see it being hung on very many kids. You know, like it's going to be in many people's bathrooms, so people read it just so they can just take it all in. All that is just great knowledge. You gotta fucking kidding me.
I know.
First of all, I ended up getting horrible flashbacks regarding Picture Day. Secondly, hula hoop reference. Well, you know they can't use them, but they can.
No,
it's called a plastic belt.
Vagabond, did you get asked if you eat a lot of chocolate in school? Did white kids ask you if you eat a lot of chocolate?
No.
Because you're brown. No.
Well, sure. I haven't been to school in how many years now? No. Back in school, no, because I went to a school that was mostly mixed, so we just did drugs in school the whole time.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure my school still had a smoking section, and I'm not even that old. People just fucking did it anyway. So,
okay. So we had wood shop, and you know the liqueur.
Oh yeah, sorry, just thinking of wood shop. Like my school or the schools that I grew up around, my class or whatever was the last ones that had like wood shop, home ec, like cooking and stuff like that. Yeah. It was the last year they ever did that around my towns anyways. Like it all ended so I got to still do wood shop and stuff like that. But after that, I'm like, no kids get to do that. Like we had to make little like boxes and birdhouses and stupid shit. And it's like,
Yeah, I
at
made
least
a
you're kind of
futon
learning
table.
a skill. Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Well, okay. So the school I went to. So if I didn't transfer high schools and went to the second high school first and went to woodshop the whole time, you could have got you into making Gibson guitars, but because there was a Gibson guitar factory, but
That's pretty dope.
But the wood shop had its own like air vent for the liqueur room because you know that stuff is flammable. So and it had a little window. Well, it had two doors. One door was still shut, and you can see where the teacher's at from that one. So we have one person be the lookout, and we be at the little corner there, turn the air vent on, and just be puffing away and making sure the teacher doesn't. But then there was these two Mexican guys, and while the teacher was talking, just sniffing crystal right there, and like while the teachers is counting everyone's names and stuff, and then but yeah, that's a whole school story. That's a whole other, yeah. So,
dude, I remember one of my last like elective classes I ever had in high school because they just introduced it that year, and I took it because a couple of my friends are actual artists. I'm not an artist at all, other than I guess I'm kind of a musician, but it's like that's my artistry is music. I'm decent on a guitar, but as far as art, like actual art goes, like terrible. But they introduced like like how to animate in Flash as a class. And I took that with a couple of my friends who are actual like artists. So they were doing good shit. And all my animation was awful. But in between, I would always sneak in a random scene that would just call one of my friends like the F slur or something. And it would be a flash for like 1 second. Yeah. And I did that because the teacher would show everybody's animation because it would be like 30 seconds. Like, hey, what'd you do? And then in between, it would just be like a pop, real like a random flash. And it would just be like, I would be calling all my friends like all the worst slurs and like terrible writing. Oh, and my teacher would always be like, what is that? Like he could never slow it down in time. But all my friends saw it because I showed them the actual picture. I'm like, I'm putting this in there, watch. And then they would play it right in front of like, 40 people. And it was great.
Okay, quick question since you were doing animation. Did you have to do the flour sack, draw the flour sack?
No, like so it was just Flash. It was only Flash.
Oh, okay.
And
well, I was asking because you do like the pencil test, but in Flash. But I was saying, did it make you do like a flour sack and like make it move and stuff?
No, like we just had to like it was kind of just picture by picture kind of deal. Like it was like the most basic of basic courses because it was the first year they did it. And it like we had this Asian teacher and nobody could fucking understand the dude, so that didn't help at all. But I mean, he was a nice guy from what I remember. But it was like everybody messed with him.
Was he like?
No, I mean he was like it was like the most like if I were to imitate his voice, it'd be the most like racist sounding Asian style. Because
hey, roll, everybody, it's me.
100%. Like even worse than that. Like it sounded like he was speaking another language, but he was trying his best. So
hey, Mr. Kim, how are you?
Stop!
He was like, oh, hello everyone, how are you doing? And I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. Like
I like welcome to Shitty Walk.
Welcome to Shitty Walk. Would I take a shitty order?
I'd be like, do no more. And if you don't know what that means in Cantonese, that means fuck your mother, fuck your dad. It's a very simple thing in Cantonese. But no, he didn't like that because he was like, how do you know that? And I'm like, I had Cantonese friends in high school. And what do you do when you have friends in high school or even in middle school that speak another language?
How to say dirty words.
You learn how to say all the worst shit. So you'd be like, what's the worst thing you can say? So, I know how to do a lot of that.
Yeah. Oh, but I like that though. That's hilarious. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
It says Dove soap. Like she advertises Dove soap in the poem, and I think that's funny because
it's like, are you getting paid for it or what?
Oh,
like she's just throwing an ad drop in the middle of her poem.
Right. I did want to say that butter was shea butter.
Shea butter?
Yeah, it's shea butter. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know.
I know. Because he knows.
I knew.
Roses are red, violets are blue. If you want to support the channel, we want you to too.
To help us pay our dues.
And she wrote all of it.
If you want to support the channel, down with the juice. I mean, Jesus.
Whoa.
Do you guys remember the Dove campaign for bigger bodies and stuff like that? Dove like really promotes body positivity stuff. It's just because bigger people use more soap.
Yeah, we
And
got bigger bars of soap
Oh,
than
yeah.
they do.
33% more, so you can cover your fat ass. Jesus Christ! Like,
Yes, it's funny.
like, oh my God.
There is a
Like, I
reason
wanted-
why Irish Springs has a very thin one. It's only because the skinny white people use it.
That's it. That's right. Okay.
And next, Gillette's gonna start selling like an attractable razor, so you can actually reach your back with it and shit. Like
They
you don't
should
gotta
do
bend
that.
down to shit.
They should have an extended.
You know what?
razor.
I've actually thought that too, just because, it's like I got a little bit of back hair, and I'm like, dude, that'd be nice to just put a razor on the end of a back scratcher and just like get at it, like let's
Or
just
get
do
one
it.
of those
Oh
grabber
man,
or
that would
extenders.
not
That'd
end
be
up
great.
well. Oh man, that would not end up well if you had an itchy day and you grabbed the wrong back scratcher.
Yeah,
I mean,
you'd
it
have to
still
go to the
feel
emergency
good.
room.
Oh,
But,
thanks, Darren.
yeah.
Dude, I would love for anime, and this would be a funny joke, right, Vagabond? If how they, like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you had Jotaro and Kakyoin. What if they actually sound how they're supposed to sound? So like, what's his name? Paul Nurse, bonjour, monsieur, right? And then, and then it's like, hello, this is Jotaro Kujo. I am Japanese.
Well, they used to do that with certain dubs, right? So like, one of my favorite is the Blood series. So if you watch Blood Plus, they mainly do it for if a character was supposed to be French, they would do it, right? Where they would give him a French accent in the dub.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a guy in the dub version of Blood Plus where he's like French. So he has the French accent and he loves candy all the time. So he's always eating it. He's like, here, Miss George, just have a piece of candy. And it's just every single time you see the character. And so it's only for French people for some reason, though.
I wonder why. Seriously. Oh, I like the ghost stories. I like ghost stories because of the way they.
Yeah, the ghost stories.
Yeah, watch out, my kids.
Ghost stories is hilarious.
That and the Sin Cham dub is funny too.
Oh yeah, Ham Solo. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but King Saw, I just because it was bugging me. You play Tekken, right? So that's where
Yeah, I played Tekken.
Okay.
That's where I got my name from, Armored King and
Okay.
Regular King.
Okay, I was like,
Luchador
okay,
himself.
I just had to ask. I'm a Tekken player, so
Oh no, definitely, dude. It's just a lot of certain people like it's because you're a furry. They look at my avatar. No, that's from
like
King, that's
my
Armored
main
fucking
characters
Tekken,
is
dude.
the Marshall or Forest Law. That's my main.
Yeah, because it's Bruce
So
and Brandon Lee, dude. I understand.
we went through
They're
multiple
fucking cool,
different
too.
versions.
Yeah.
We went through multiple different versions of King Styles' character, and we started out with the Tekken King, and now the version of the King Style that you have that you see right here, this more
it's copyright free.
Zootopia version. This more Zootopia version of King Style.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to get sued by Bandai Namco if this thing gets huge.
Well, you know, the last MomoCon here in Georgia, the guy who created Tekken came through, and he actually went to Waffle House to see what everyone was talking about.
Oh yeah, by the way, Cyphex needs to get out of here.
Hey, Cyphex,
I do.
promo your channel here real quick.
Yeah, you can catch me over at YouTube at Cyfax. And usually I talk movies, TV shows, stuff like that. I haven't really been doing as much lately. Usually I'm just on other people's shows. Like you can catch me over at the DA's office on Fridays for Anime Heads, but that's going to switch over to the Anime Heads channel soon. I don't know when he's starting that, but it'll be very soon. So sub to that one as well. And then on Sunday nights over at the DA's office for the DA's office. And then like when a show comes out that we all get asked to talk about, sometimes Tuesdays and Thursday nights, I'll be trying to do shows. I know I keep saying it, and eventually I will. I finally got my work schedule switched around. Well,
Your
my,
setup
my
looks
work
when are you gonna
nice.
do
Being long.
when are you gonna do a side cast again, dude? That's what I was gonna ask.
Well, I do those just randomly right now when I got free time on a Saturday usually.
Okay.
And right now I'm helping my mom. She's she's about to move up north. Like and she has a bunch of storage to clean out, a bunch of stuff. So usually my weekends have been helping her get rid of 40 years worth of clutter. So that's gonna take a minute. And so got to help the mom out. She's handicapped and injured herself in a motorcycle accident like 15 years ago, so she doesn't move very well. So I mean, I'm an able-bodied son, why not help her out, right? Do the right thing. But
The
when I
diligent
have
son.
time, I try to do stuff. Sometimes I game with Angel and stuff, but most of the time I'm just on other people's channels at the moment. But and I gotta obviously set all my posters and stuff back up. They're all just sitting here on the floor. I got a bunch of new ones and shit too. I just need to
You got the
eat
wall
that,
painted.
and I got a new light, and so now I can kind of move it around and get better lighting. And because this room that I'm in is weird, it doesn't have proper lights. They're all ghetto rigged. So
You gotta see my setup then.
dude, I'm telling you, mine's worse. I guarantee it. It's like this one corner looks all right, but if you go that way, it's
just do what I do, hide the whole room with a NVIDIA.
that's what I did. I just hid the cat scratcher with that poster because it kept showing. I was like, it just looks off. Unless Calypso's sleeping in it, then I'll leave her there. Then I'll leave it because then it's like, well, at least there's a cute cat in the background.
Right.
But
shot caller?
thanks for
shot
having
caller.
me out. Oh yeah,
Yeah, no problem, dude.
she definitely needs one.
Come
just so I
anytime,
can.
dude.
I mean, how else am I supposed to get views unless I shock the hell out of a cat? I got to one up the dog, and if that doesn't work, I'm buying a hamster next. Like I'm just gonna explode it on camera.
Just get a cat head.
Just to be a proper streamer. Like that just seems the obvious progression, right?
Well, that'll absolutely fly on Twitch. They'll let that happen.
Well, I mean, just get a goldfish and a freaking cattle prod and just hit the water with it every now and then to see what happens. Just on stream, just be a very animal friendly.
Remember, once it kills it, twice, second time around, it brings it back to life.
Yeah, so it's infinite. It's a goldfish hack. Everybody should know this. It's obvious. Duh. Like, how else do you get shocked back to life other than, running 10,000 jolts of fucking electricity up your ass? Just do it. It's just the way it's infinite life, obviously. but no, thanks for having me on. It was fun. It's always good to talk to you guys.
Yeah, dude.
But
See you next
invite
time
me
you
whenever. If I'm around, I'll join whenever I can.
All right, man. You take care.
Obviously, I'm West Coast. It's weird schedules, but
It's fine,
it's all
dude.
good.
We'll manage. Don't worry about it.
Well, as long as
We had somebody from
King's got his
Japan.
mic.
We had Dave Coco, who was from Japan. He
was like what 14 hours ahead.
He's in the morning doing.
Yeah,
this
he's
stuff,
like
so
8 hours minimum difference. I think it's like
yeah, for you guys 8 hours, for me 11, something like that. Yeah, so for him it was like probably 6, 7 in the morning.
So that's why we had to put it like at 6:30 ish, like so he can get up and be able, because if we did it earlier, he'd still be asleep. So
good times,
yeah,
for
good
sure,
times,
for sure.
definitely.
Right on.
Anyway,
Well,
dude,
if you guys
take
go and
care.
catch out Anime Heads later, you'll catch me on there in about an hour and a half or so. Well, yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take me to go eat, but I'm going to go grab some
flex
grub.
before you
guys
leave.
have a
Flex.
good night.
Do it once.
Hold on a second. Right there. All right, kids.
Take your vitamins and say your prayers.
We're talking about sports action heroes tonight. Cyfax right there. All right.
There you go. You guys have a good
Right.
one. Boom.
Take care.
Later.
Later.
Bye.
So we were talking about King's OC. So he is from his persona was from Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken.
Yeah, great game by the way. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do because we didn't want to have something that was too close. So
yeah, we don't want to get in trouble with, like, in case if or I should say when we become big, we get a knock from Bandai Namco. Saying, yeah, you can't use that. That's copyrighted material. We own it. Or you give us money, or we'll sue your ass.
So we thought about what would be the next thing, and I'm like, what about if he was the Road Warriors?
Yeah. Well, King from Tekken, they're just copying Tiger Mask.
Yeah.
Tiger Mask, and they technically copied Benny the Jet from Meals on Wheels.
And
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme for No Retreat, No Surrender when he was the Russian villain. That's why I have suspenders and dress pants and a button-up shirt. It's a reference to that.
King said he didn't want to be too He-Man looking, and I'm like, okay, so this is kind of out of the question. So the next
maybe
option,
in the future we can walk it back. Maybe like for Halloween, I might actually do that, or an April Fool's Day. I could actually.
It's really gay. So.
Bill this in. So right here is the next option that King said, give me this outfit.
Yeah, give me Benny the Jet's outfit, because that's basically what King wore in Tekken. So fuck it. And also the Russian dude that Jean-Claude Van Damme wore. That he was playing. He was wearing a blazer and slacks. So fuck it. Why not?
And
gotta look sharp, man.
And so
I don't like the face. The face is weird. It's like a kitten mixed with a jaguar.
So we ended up getting that, and then this was the final result of King style.
Yeah, I was like, he looked a little bit too cartoony, like you said, a little cutesy, mixed in with ferocious. So I'm like, no, I need something that looks a little bit more intimidating.
How is the kitty sleeping on her head like that?
Version, sort of.
Oh, I know, right? I've been obsessed with it all night with this.
You must have a strong head.
I've been obsessed with this cat.
Like,
I feel it in my back.
No, I'm telling you, if somebody were to punch you, you'd probably have a super head, like legit. You wouldn't get hurt. You'd be like Superman.
Well,
somebody punches you.
I do got a hard head from. I do got a hard head from Capoeira.
You know, like in pro wrestling, the Samoans, they say that they have hard heads. You know that? They say that?
Yeah.
Like when you try to attack a Samoan, every time you attack with the head with a punch and you hit their head, your hand hurts because they have a super skull. Maybe you have a super skull
I don't
too,
try
man.
to fight Samoans, but yeah, I know a lot of Samoans. So.
I've headbutted before. It hurts. It's the worst pain ever. So it was horrible.
So,
I wanted to know what it felt like.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, no, it
I
hurts.
grabbed my kid's dad and I went boom like that.
Yeah.
I have designed the King style toy though. If we ever get a toy manufacturer to do it. Yeah.
Oh, it looks weird, but also stylish. Yeah. Was he holding a medieval flail? Holding a fucking flail?
I think it's I think it's already came in the box broken. It's supposed to be the other nunchuck.
No, but because it looks like those medieval flail spike things, those weapons.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like, I'm like, maybe it broke off because I beat somebody so bad.
Well, you got your you got extra hands. You got a holster.
I got a backup nunchuck, and I think I have a
They're
holster.
grippers. I like the white tennis shoes. Like your.
Well, I'm doing martial arts. I can't be wearing dress shoes while I'm running and kicking ass, right?
And just for in case if you want to get the chibi version.
You're right.
Cool.
One of these days. I
You're
put
a
a lot
kidder,
of thought into. I put a lot of thought into potential merch for you. But here's
if we make it big, I'll thank you in my acceptance speech for that.
You're covered in kitties.
And here's the next. Here's one of my favorites so far. Our most recent King style.
You look like you've seen some things. Like you look shocked.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Yeah. There's also another cat on my lap that you can't see.
So we have 3 in total, covering you with cat love.
Yeah.
My cats. I got one over here. Well, licking himself in front of me. And he has to stare at me when he does that. And then
Direct eye contact.
Yeah, and then I got 7 over there. She's waiting patiently for dinner.
Yeah, and then I got other cats in the living room, and then the dogs. So I got 5 older dogs and then 4 puppies right now.
Goodness.
And if anybody wants German Shepherd puppies,
yeah, if you're in Georgia and need a German Shepherd puppy, hit me up.
How much would it cost to bring one out of state? I'd like to get one.
Well, it depends how far out of state you're talking.
East Coast, Northeast Coast, Northeast.
Like in towards New York or something.
Yeah, around there, probably.
Oh, I don't know.
A little bit.
I never shipped the dog before, so I mean, I could drive to a nearby state, but like I think where I'm at. I'm 3 hours away from Alabama, well, Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay. Yeah, because
2 hours north of Florida.
In case I want to, buy the puppy, German.
Fine. Well, little
probably
trip down the 7 line.
Yeah. Well, I have to figure it. I don't know. I never.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll discuss this behind the scenes.
Yes.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Puppies. Oh yeah. It's been a fun night tonight. So yeah, Jamie says that was Funko Pop looking for that version of you. See, we definitely got to get these made. We'll get them made up.
You gotta invite me on again.
Oh,
I'll
absolutely.
let you guys go. I'm gonna let you guys go.
We'll bring you back whenever. Since now that King's back for a minute, we're able to go live more often. Lately, I've been just doing the morning shows.
Luckily, I was able to come.
He's a jerk.
Dude, I've been busy with real life, and also my bike was fucking broken.
I do need to get going as well. I have to get because I got another stream at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be ending the stream soon.
Why don't we everybody show all the channels? Give us your info and
yes. I'm the Runaway Vagabond. I normally say I'm your degenerate Uncle Tom, your friendly neighborhood degenerate Uncle Tom. I host I Swear It's Not Hentai every Sunday. I'm also, if you are in Georgia in November, I will have a I Swear It's Not Hentai panel at Anime Week in Atlanta. And then on Wednesdays with MMA Crease, we both co-host together for Ninjas at Night, where we talk about random subjects that come into our mind.
Hey, by the way, Vagabond, can I get an invite for I Swear It's Not Hentai at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll plan it out, and then.
All right, man. Yeah, of course. We'll plan it out.
Is there anything else you want to show real quick?
Anything else?
That's mainly it. So 2 a.m. in the morning, I will be on the Bezel Hub with Devil Made Me Do It. We are doing the Saltine Cracker Challenge, where basically the world record is eating 6 saltine crackers in under a minute. No one is able to pass that, and you can't have anything to drink too, so you have to swallow it and make sure there's nothing in your mouth.
6 individual crackers.
Can you post it in the private chat so we can post it on?
Yeah.
We want to promote you, dude.
All right. It's on the Bezel Hub with Devil Made Me Do It. Let me get his link.
Just give us his.
By the way, I posted your YouTube page and your Twitter page in the chat, so chat can follow you.
Yes, and
it'll also be posted in the description after the fact.
Yeah, and then other than that, you'll see me everywhere. I'm on a lot of different people's streams, and where there's Iron Oxide with the Weekly Rogues Gallery, or the Bar Room with Society Reviews on Rumble, and I'm pretty much on all platforms as well too. And I'll get that link for you in a second. And hold on. Oh, and then too, you'll probably see me across like different places as well. Oh, hey Jamie, Peach State too. Nice. I'm in mid Georgia. And let's see, hold on.
Georgia, the state where all the entertainment industry is moving to.
Yeah, the Georgia song Ray Charles created.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Gotta love that song.
All right, here we go. Here's the link to the, if you guys are up in the morning, it's 2 a.m. Eastern, I think 11 p.m. Pacific. I posted the link in the private.
And it is now in the chat itself.
All right, cool. And I'm glad you guys have me on.
thanks for joining us.
Dude,
We
we'd like
really
to
appreciate it.
we'd like to bring you back on whenever you guys are available, or if one of you are available. You don't have to be together.
Half the
Yeah.
time our shows are set up there to start off looking
know.
like there's a topic, and we end up going into random chat, just hanging out. Like I told you before, we just like to hang out, like kind of like as a group of friends, old time friends. We start off with a topic,
like we're at a
and
bar or something, or at a restaurant, just shooting shit. That's what we do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just like then, I keep on getting stuck with the tab when the waitress comes by. Well, your friends just left. What? Where'd they go?
What happened? Oh.
you just like the dude from Reservoir Dogs that Steve Buscemi played. He just like, no, I don't.
Oh, yeah. Well, since you mentioned Steve Buscemi, my favorite picture of all times.
My eyes.
Sexy
man.
Steve Buscemi. Sexy Steve
He
Buscemi.
loves this image, Vagabond. He loves this image.
Oh.
just to mess with people, not in that way. He just likes it as a joke.
No, but I do have it as my my wallpaper on my computer.
Anyway, dude, yeah. So remember, promote. We're promoting Vagabond right now. Yeah, like I swear it's not a hentai podcast. Is it this Sunday or
Yes, we didn't do last Sunday because the program I used to stream was having issues, but yeah. So every Sunday, so we talk about weird, obscure anime and other random stuff. We always go off topic as well too.
And then you have your show with MMA Crease on Wednesday.
Yeah, so that's Wednesday. Slightly more organized than my Sunday show, but the Sunday show goes over. And I'm planning to have some other shows and maybe hopefully later some game shows. And I will be doing some gaming streams as well.
All right. Well, thank you, Vagabond, and your cats, and your
Oh,
dogs,
absolutely.
and
The cat's
everybody
star of the
around you.
show.
Right.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Wave.
Head
So,
cat.
we thank you and everybody on here, everybody that was on here, Miss Sparkle, Sci-Fax,
Oh, absolutely.
Dave Coco, MMA Crease Jr., Theta. We thank everybody, including you, audience, for stopping by.
You. And
Without
remember,
you, we wouldn't be here.
without you, indeed. And for those people who want to support the channel, we have a problem, and we need to make sure that our stage does not go away, or that we don't get a watermark on our shows. So if you can, feel free to donate to the channel using X Money or via Ko-Fi. And anybody who donates to the channel will get themselves a mention in our opening credits bumpers. Remember, our shows are made possible because of viewers like you. We are doing this for fun, absolutely, but we do want to try to attempt to keep going without any disruptions and a few other things that can slow us down. And particularly having a stage without a watermark. It's not just the watermark in particular. It's being able to put these images up on the screen. It's also being able to share whatever video graphic that we have. And we want to make sure that we have the best available quality that we can bring you, so that way you can find people like King Style and give him a follow. And speaking of following King Style, how many people do you need?
I need 50 subscribers.
And you're about what, 15, 20?
Yeah, about
Right. About that. So which means we still need about another 30 subscribers. If you can get out there, share this out, have take a screenshot of this right here and post it to your social media. Tell people to go and subscribe to King Style on YouTube, because we want to make sure that In Style with King Style and other shows that's possibly going to happen. Also, maybe King Style and Coco can have their own show. That's right, Coco Sports. We were here earlier with Dave. Maybe they can put together a show of their own.
Maybe if the stars align.
If the stars align. So make sure you go give King Style a follow. Once we get him up to a good positioning on his show, maybe we'll be able to also get the King Style action figure where you can play with King Style even when he's not on live.
Jeez, that does not sound right, but okay. It's going into that. I swear it's not hentai territory, but okay.
Right.
Yeah, playing with me. Okay, but I get what you mean, bro.
And for those people who want to support the channel in other ways, you can always go get your Cowboys and Kings coffee mug. That's right. We got the Cowboys and Kings coffee mug starting at $14 US. And this is for the 11 ounce. And for a 15-ounce coffee cup at $15, you can get your Cowboys and Kings coffee mug where you can drink your Cowboys and Kings coffee while watching Cowboys and Kings. And if you're not really looking into having a coffee with that, you can always get yourself some Tiger blood. That's right. Just like
it's my blood, guys.
It is King's blood, the Tiger blood. You get yourself some W Energy Drink Tiger Blood for $39.99. 1 scoop per drink will do ya. And it has natural caffeine, will not leave you crashed like these other drinks like Monster Energy Drink or even that other thing, Red Bull. Come on. You want wings? Fine. But we're going to give you Tiger blood. Thanks for joining us here over on the Cowboys and Kings show. King Style, lead us on out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you and have a good night. Bang.
Step right up. Lights on, mics hot. Where outlaws talk loud and kings don't whisper. Welcome to Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Cowboys and Kings. Boots on the floor, yeah, we're kicking it live. Crown in the room, you can feel that vibe. From the panels to the pixels, every story gets told. If it's hot in the culture, then we breaking the mold. From the cinema to the comic books, we put the games on blast. The bass will get wild, yeah, they never go past. We call it how it is, no in between. Turn it up, let the speakers swing. Got the crew pulling up, let them all step in. Every guest got a voice, the comments in chat will fly. Step up and be a king. When the mics go live, hear the Cowboys sing. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes it with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear as we break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show, Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, King style, clean with the sharp cut look. The feline of finesse, the Jaguar dripping luxury, bow tie tight like a best-selling book. Calm in the storm, buddy, bring that fire. Every word hits clean. You know we gonna take it higher, gather y'all to the King's court, yeah, with stories untold. Grab your armor, grip your sword, represent the kingdom with pride. Cowboy Dan got that outlaw tone, rough edge truth and a voice well known. He's a head trapped in the jar, jokes and memes will set you free. Bruh, that perspective hit differently. The saloon serves them hard, the door swings wide. Outlaw scream, a six-gun dreamer. Saddle up, let's ride. Laughs get loud and the takes get bold. Hard truths get dropped, some myths get sold. Spin that topic, let opinions clash. Some burn slow, some strike like a match. No script needed when the sparks ignite. Just real talk living in the spotlight. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear. We break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show, Cowboys and Kings. Lights get low, but the combo stays bright. Every fandom got a reason to fight. Heroes, villains, lines get thin. Sometimes the truth is where the gray walks in. Yeah. Panel to panel, yeah, we flip that page. From retro classics to the modern age. Reboots, remakes, who got it right? Who dropped the ball in that box? Office fight, bruh. We call it straight, no filter. to hear, from low budget gems to the blockbuster tier. One got the crown, one breaking the rules, both dropping gems while we schooling fools. From comics to streams, yeah, we cover the field. Every hot take sharp like a blade unsealed. I guess step up to the mic to bring heat, to bring flames. They tell you a story when they step in the frame. Cowboys and kings, yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing, under a cowboy's hat and a king's jewel crown. We gonna run this town. Cowboys and kings, yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a cowboy's grit and a king's gold ring. Cowboys and kings, pull up a seat, join the conversation. Next round's on us.